We're waiting.
Take your seat.
Stay toxic, my friends.
What's going on, dudes? How you all doing? It's Tuesday night. It's a toxic Tuesday night. Wow. Last Action Hero. It took us some time to get there, but we finally got there. It's like, wow, how did this not happen so soon? But anyways, before I acknowledge my panel, let's acknowledge our chat. Juggalo Deathcock, sir, how you doing? Tway Nagayan, 2000. D. Bud Martin, Jonathan Conroy, Jonathan 93, Mega Psy 4 Chaos, 11 Alpha 48, Matthew Marzillo, RJ Godzilla 81. I see the Cunt Tuesday as well. What's up, Cunt? Soul Assassin Corelli and Rogue. Hello, hello. Of course, bodies will pile on in here. But, anyways, I got one dude up in the front with me, and we got other dudes in the back. But, Mark, sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, but isn't it better to be in the back or the front? I don't know, but
I don't know, man. That's debatable. I guess you are the master of your destiny. You decide what is better for you in that regards. Is it the front or the
yes,
back? I don't
what my
know.
personal preference is. Yeah, great to be here. Yep, looking forward. Yeah, this movie was a fun movie. We'll get into it, but I liked it a lot better. This time around watching it, I think it was maybe too soon, as we were saying in the green room. The parody, it really hits a lot better now. But yeah, this is classic Arnold, right? Yeah. So and of course I always joke because all my friends thought my dad sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger with his accent. So it was like, Mark, move the sheetrock, do some work. It's like,
Shut up.
according
I
to them, he sounded just like
Get
them with his accent.
out.
Yeah, so it was always fun seeing a Schwarzenegger movie with my dad, and he loved all the bad puns. So we always enjoyed this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's good to be back on Toxic Tuesday, 2 weeks in a row, back from vacation. So good to hang out with everyone again. Yeah.
Agreed. Well, good to have you. We got Justin the red shirt, sir. What's going on?
Oh man, busy day today. Saw this last night for the very first time. Actually, this thing never even crossed my radar when it came out, and I was like,
now it has
as I was saying backstage is like, I had a little trouble in the beginning figuring out where they wanted to go with the movie, what the point of the movie was, because some of it seemed silly and some of it seemed very, very clever, and then basically by the end of the movie, I had decided it was very clever, but the script writer should have dropped a couple of jokes and maybe shortened a couple that wouldn't have dragged on. But other than that, they really did hit something that. I mean, I'm adding this movie to the list of movies where they did socially unspeakable things to the fourth wall. But yeah, but
It's
really cool
ironic.
concept.
Isn't that ironic that's more appreciated now in the time of everything is wrong and bad, offensive? It's more appreciated now in a time where stuff like this is less acceptable, but it's ironically more appreciated now. It doesn't make sense, yet here we are.
Demolition Man, right?
Demolition Man actually did okay. It wasn't like a major success at the box office,
but especially now it's considered.
But now it's really taking on a life of its own. No, Last Action Hero was actually, I think, misunderstood. Not this really warped perspective of that term, but I feel like this movie actually was. And to be fair, if I had seen this in 93, I probably may have misunderstood it myself. But we got 3 more dudes in the back, and we want to get this done before 2027. It's that 70s rock fan.
Hello, I slipped in at the last second. I just slipped in there.
Slider.
So I don't want anybody penetrating my fourth wall.
This man can finger Al Capone
in the ass.
Nobody should be penetrating my fourth wall. It's there for a reason.
Mark,
I saw this movie in the cinema when it came out, and I've loved it ever since. Yes, and I could not understand why it wasn't a big hit because I thought it was amazing at the time. I loved it. I am that old. I did see it in the cinema. Yes, so
you must be old.
I am old and withered. No, I loved it. I always thought it was hilarious, and there's so many great in-jokes, and I couldn't understand it. The people didn't get it. They went, "Oh, I don't understand. What was that movie trying to be? And was it an action movie? Was it a comedy?" It's everything.
One man on earth who understood better. 70s.
Yeah, and it just had all the great in-jokes in it, and the Hollywood in-jokes, and the tropes that were mocked. And just fabulous. Love this movie.
Back in the old days, there were Johnsons as far as the eye could see.
And what a lovely sight it was.
Indeed. So I love this movie unashamedly.
I love that. I love that you love it. This is great. Oh, look, you were not alone. He saw it too.
Yeah.
I love that. All right.
Corellian, good for you.
Hi, Tom.
I saw Tom in the cinema too, but he was just there for popcorn.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
What did he
Shut
do?
up.
That's you're doing an imitation of Mark's dad.
Why?
Yes, that's what it sounded like
What
to
does he
me.
do?
Yeah.
Why?
Get to work.
What is it?
You're so lazy.
Get to the chopper, Mark.
This movie is going to be the biggest hit of the summer of 1993. Trust me. Nobody wants to see dinosaurs. They're old. They're out of style. They're bad. Last Action Hero is new. It's exciting. You've already seen Cliffhanger. Nobody needs to see Last Action Hero. Monday morning. How the fuck does Cliffhanger make almost as much as my movie in the same weekend? It's been out for 22 weeks.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. Cliffhanger was that.
Jurassic Park? What the fuck? It's been out for over a week. Why are people still going to see it?
Yes.
Well,
Don't get it. No, that's why this movie failed. It came out sandwiched between Jurassic Park and a couple other films, and then movies like Cliffhanger were just hanging in there, like for some reason.
Oh, that was the joke was a bit rocky.
Yeah, a little rocky joke there.
The tension was mountain.
Good to have you, Tom. Oranginas and all. We got Parrot Head launching in with a $2 as you bundle of sticks. I think he meant to call us figs or something like that, but we'll take a bundle of sticks for the time being.
I think I got what he meant.
And this comment we got to highlight before we bring in our guest of honor. Fuck yeah, 70s graded. I was like 5 when it came out. Wish I didn't lose my Jack Slater action figure and convertible toy from back then. Bro,
God, that would be great.
Imagine, dude, those probably worth hundreds now. I bet, like, because of like, you know, it wasn't like a thing that really went anywhere. It's probably worth like probably low print too. Not mass market produced as many other things. It's probably worth a ton now. Now I want to know, but we'll know another day. Until now, though, we have a dude in the back who I brought to the front. Welcome back. It's been years, Comics Division.
It has been. And it's been years since I've seen this movie because the last time I actually saw it was in the theater. Funny story, my girlfriend at the time actually worked at the theater. So we would get free tickets. So we'd see movies all the time. And this was a movie I was really looking forward to. I mean, there was like the marketing was crazy. They literally put like a logo for Last Action Hero on a rocket and shot it in space. And this movie was a massive dud.
That's such a shame.
And the thing about it is like it was back then kind of a disappointing movie. You know, I remember walking out, it's like I didn't hate it, but I was just like, whatever.
Comics, you just didn't understand it, did you? You just didn't.
No, I understood it. It just kind of came off as being
the world just wasn't ready for it yet. I think the biggest problem.
No, I agree with you, Tom. I think that's it because a lot of it is that the expectations around the movie and like you know, like even my own personal expectations. I mean, at this point, this is like the first like big movie that came out for Arnold since T2.
Oh, let me get my Orangina up.
And the other thing too is that this was like a pretty expensive movie for the time period. It was $85 million, and it only grossed $137 million, so it was a bit of a dud. But I think you're right, Tom. The fact that it came out before its time, like rewatching it, I'm like, this movie is actually really, really good.
Smart.
Well, the biggest problem the movie has is that it's rated PG-13, and all of Arnie's movies up to that point were rated
R.
Yeah. And so a lot of kids, which this movie was aimed at, weren't in on the jokes unless your parents were cool and let you watch shit like The Terminator and
or
Raw Deal and all that kind of shit.
Weapon,
even those films for that matter. Like, I mean, me on the other hand, I got to see all that kind of shit, so I got this movie. I didn't realize how much of a flop it was until like the internet.
It was a massive dud.
Jokes in it about the fact it's PG-13. I'm pretty sure there's a joke in there somewhere.
I think there's at least one or two, but that's the thing is like Arnold's movies up to that point outside of Kindergarten Cop had all been rated R, so I think that was the other misfire. No,
that wasn't
Kindergarten
rated
Cop is
R.
only PG. No, it's only PG, I think.
Really? I got a weird parallel for this for the performance of this movie and what it's done since. And that's The Princess Bride. And somebody in the chat, who was it?
Kinda, yeah.
I just replied to him. TD Nguyen. basically, William Goldman apparently did some uncredited work on this script. And Goldman created a movie so confusing to Hollywood in The Princess Bride that they literally didn't even know how to market it. And the word of mouth wasn't great. It wasn't until it hit home video and late night TV and stuff that suddenly it built an audience. This is a movie I think that you don't get the first time you watch it if you've all you've seen is Arnold Schwarzenegger and things blowing up.
But it's such a great parody of that. I mean,
nothing
hurts him. Bullets bounce off him. He never misses.
Well, and like I said, I think a lot of it was still too close to it because a lot of this stuff, I'm sure to a lot of folks at the time, just came off like any other Arnold movie. So they're like, well, this is just dumb stuff that he's done already, the same thing that he's done already. It's just, there's this little gimmick to it. And people are like, why is this cartoon cat running around that sounds like Danny DeVito? You know, like.
But even the casting of Tom Noonan after his turn in, was it Manhunter or whatever? It's perfect casting if you were to cast a guy like that was in a movie playing a character like the Ripper.
Playing a psycho
That's the guy you would
like he's playing. Yeah. Well, the funny thing too that the chick who plays Whitney, who's the daughter, goes on to play Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat, and she's also in The House on Haunted Hill back in 1999.
And she's in Billy Madison as well.
Yeah, she's actually been in a lot of fucking movies.
She actually was, and then all of a sudden she just disappeared.
Yeah,
it was a hot name for a while.
Very cute. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I think
she just decided to have a family or what.
But if this movie came out today, I think it would actually been a pretty decent hit. Or
I mean,
if they'd done
1999, 1998, it would have been perfect timing for it. Because that's the other thing is a lot of the kids that were starting to get old enough to watch those movies and or growing up with them, then they would have been able to absorb a lot of this stuff. Like the satirical nature of the film, I think was lost on a lot of people. I don't think because there was this.
They also weren't ready for it. It was a culture.
That's what I mean. Like,
well, it was the expectations for this movie was different. What people were expecting was like a serious action film, and what they got was a Arnold parody of an action film. And like I said, I got it. I just didn't dig it back then, right?
I was gonna say I don't think a lot of people appreciated it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like watching it now, it's like, wow. It's been a very long time, and I definitely have a new appreciation for the film. That's for sure. I mean, there's actually a lot of heart to it, which you kind of don't see anymore in movies.
Yeah.
No, there is. This movie has a lot of heart. It's also a really clever movie, and it really nails how ridiculously crazy action movies got to like the extent, especially like when there's that whole like fun rivalry that was not really a rivalry. It was just like in fun nature between Stallone and Schwarzenegger and who can out crazy the other. You look at movies like Death Wish 3 where the body count was at an all-time high. Every movie is just trying to outdo the other, which for me, obviously that's my
as ridiculous as those were, you still needed to be far enough away from those, right? Like I said, like this would have been perfect to come out during the era of like Fast and the Furious. It would have been the perfect time for Arnold to reclaim both his action stardom and also poke fun at all the shit that he has done to death. And now all these younger kids are trying to do, right? Like that's when I think the timing of it would have been. And not only, it reminds me of the movie Mars Attacks. Because Mars Attacks came out right around the same time as Independence Day when people had just gotten off the heels of a very serious, not very serious, but a serious enough in comparison. Right, like it just kind of felt like, oh, it's one of those things, and that's kind of
Mars Attacks is such a Tim Burton movie too.
Yeah, and this movie, it wasn't directed by a comedy director; it was directed by former felon John McTiernan.
Yeah, you guys are talking about satire and parody, and I'll say one wise ass remark is that satire is like socialist food. Not everybody gets it. It's a difficult thing to do, and it's difficult enough to do in writing. It's difficult enough to do in writing. Ask Jonathan Swift, but to do it in a movie, your audience really has to know the story you're making. You're either parodying or satirizing, or they won't get it because they won't see. They won't make the connection.
I would call it.
But we're getting free grocery stores in New York City.
So that's parody. That's parody.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Go for parody. I never saw a satire. I always called it a parody.
There will be all the empty space on the shelves that you need, Mark. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm worried about my kids. Yeah, living there.
You see,
Sorry,
go ahead,
that's the bit where this is the bit I love of the to be or not to be.
Oh god,
that whole Hamlet bit was
not
actually
to be.
fucking hilarious.
I've got that on my
It was
deck
hilarious
here.
because you had Arnold in the before times with a gun
To be
in the car,
or not to
things that
be.
are way out of the element of
Not
that
to
time
be.
period, and he's just doing like no big deal. And yeah, movies would sometimes do shit like that, even if it didn't make sense for its time period. But because the element of the movie is so fun, you overlook small little things, and they address a lot of those things. How if you had done that, like smash this window, your hand would probably be broken. And you see, later on in the movie, when Arnold would punch a window, nothing happened. But as soon as it's real life, he feels in his hand immediately. It really does nail how wild these movies got, but also how fun it was and how much we did overlook, even if we kind of acknowledged it as an issue, but we forgave it because of the quality of the entertainment of the story.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is that it really kind of ratchets it up like the over the top 80s action film with like big explosions, people flying everywhere. And this is like one of the things I love pointing out in Commando is there's that scene where there's the building that blows up and there's the obvious mannequin that's just kind of like dangling. And it's goofy as hell, but it's so fun. And even like, Tango and Cash, which is a very over the top action film. I mean, it's again, this just takes it to the next level of just being completely ridiculous. And back then I was like, this is kind of dumb. Now I'm like, I fucking love this.
It's great. It's just the tropes and the rules of the movie.
The timing of this movie, us talking about Toxic Tuesday, I did not time it for us to be on the week of Coyote versus Acme. So when I'm watching this, I see all the Acme bombs everywhere. Because now the Warner Brothers say, I'm like, whoa. I'm talking about this movie, and yet Coyote versus Acme, and I love how all the bombs in this movie are just like you see in Looney Tunes. They all say Acme.
Well, what's funny is
them.
I think the biggest bomb in that movie is going to be the movie itself. But
yeah,
I meant to hit that, not the other one. Sorry.
No, hey, no offense. Say that was good, man. I thought it was funny.
They liked my joke. It's the CEO.
Arsenio.
Back in the day. Yeah, I'm like everybody was in this freaking movie.
They were,
dude.
Holy
crap!
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because if you go and look at the IMDb page for it, it is crazy the number of people that are in it. Well, and a lot of it's towards the end, right? But you have like. Oh God, Ian McKellen's in this movie.
Charles Dance is great.
Is in the movie.
Charles Dance is superb.
Yeah, MC Hammer, Little Richard. I mean,
that's MC Hammer. Yeah,
that was MC Hammer.
Belushi,
Sharon Stone.
Chevy Chase is supposedly in it. I can't remember.
Damon Wayans was in it too.
Yeah,
Van Damme.
Yeah, Van Damme was in it. That's right.
There's a poster of Stallone in Terminator 2 in it. Stallone starring in Terminator 2, which is quite fun.
Well, and the other thing is you also have Robert Patrick as the T-1000.
That's right.
It's just like quick cameo at the very beginning of the movie. And the other thing too is I remember what got me hyped for this movie was the fucking soundtrack. And
dude.
when it opens up to Alice in Chains, dude, and it I just remember loving the fucking soundtrack, getting hyped for the movie, and walking out going, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Oh, that fucking AC/DC song was bitching though.
Yeah,
dude.
Oh, I forgot Danny DeVito played the voice of the cat. I forgot that.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
As Angry Again hits when they show the opening credits of the movie that Daniel's watching, and I was like, "Oh no way, Megadeth!" Hell yeah. And that freaking made my life because after it was like, holy crap.
If anything, this was definitely the soundtrack of that summer. That's for sure. But
it was, man. I mean,
it's funny, you go back and watch all the ads and stuff. It's like they didn't really. That was the other problem with the movie, is you go back and watch the ads. The ads, and this is where Red Shirt's right. They didn't quite know how to market it, or at least they thought they were being clever in the marketing, and it completely landed on its face because
it didn't work.
It just didn't quite work. And like none of the trailers or previews really showed you what the movie was. 90% of the trailers were always Arnold Schwarzenegger going, "This summer the big ticket is Last Action Hero. Don't miss it." Shit like that. That's all it was. Yeah. And he was like, like either walking over the cars or it was like an extension of one of the scenes in the films. It was never an actual bit of the movie to kind of let us know what this movie fucking was. And I think that was the other problem is I don't think anybody going into it really at the time, and you just got a few people going, it's just stupid, it makes no sense. So I think a lot of people just avoided it. They're like, fuck it, we're just going to go see Wayne's World 2 or Jurassic Park, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the
I think
trope,
that's what most people were saying.
The trope that actually made me laugh out. The trope that made me laugh out loud was when Arnold just had appeared in the real world. It's a New York City full of cabs. He's got the Desert Eagle, and the kid points out, there he is, there he goes, and he shoots the cab as it goes by. Here's another explosion for your collection. And you just see clunk, clunk, clunk. Three huge bullet holes appear in the trunk. He says, I think your taxis are bulletproof.
Yeah.
And I said to myself while I was laughing, that's a checkered cab. It might as well be.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing, Demolition Man got brought up. Same year it came out, right? 93. And again, this is where, you're kind of getting into that kind of more like action comedy kind of movies.
Well, Sly was eating fucking his lunch these last couple of years.
Yeah, he was, because I love Demolition Man. That's probably one of my like top 5 movies of all time.
Demolition Man, boom, boom. It wasn't until Judge Dredd where he kind of finally hit a brick wall.
Judge Dredd was his nosedive. But Arnie's redemption is with True Lies, right? That was the next movie that came out that did very well.
That helped. This movie didn't hurt pretty much most of the people involved. I don't think anybody involved really got hurt by it outside of maybe McTiernan. And he even went on to do Die Hard with a Vengeance. So
I know.
Are you guys? A good question. Are you guys old enough to know who these the two actors are?
Yeah.
The one that was beside the chair.
Anthony Quinn.
Zorba the Greek.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's in the chair?
Charles Dance was fantastic in this movie.
Dance is so good.
Yeah.
The one in the chair was Ed Norton from The Honeymooners.
Yes.
To the moon, Alice.
Art Carney.
Yeah, it was Art Carney.
Art Carney, yeah.
Kenny Corey Apple.
A lot of old timers. Joan Plowright is in it. She was introducing the Hamlet bit.
What's funny is it almost feels like it should have been a Joe Dante movie with the cast and how the humor of it. I wonder if he would have got it a little bit more. Because McTiernan's good, don't get me wrong, but I think there's just something that was missing throughout the whole thing.
So what you're saying, though, is do you need a comic director to do the comedy and the action, or an action director to do those?
And that's where Dante, I think, would have fit it, right? Like, I think Joe Dante would have been able to, somebody like that at least, would have been able to handle both angles of it.
Yeah.
Arnold
I
was
did Inner Space and Gremlins, so I mean,
Yeah. Arnold was concerned, like, at the time that, oh, crud, I try to do this action thing and comedy thing, and maybe I ultimately please no one. But later on, it seems like now everyone loves it because now he gets more residual checks for it now than he did then when the movie came out. And we were guys talking about who it didn't really hurt anyone's career. However, it did hurt Arnold in a personal sense because this was his first movie that not only he started, but he was very creatively involved in. I think he had a production credit. He had all sorts of other credits. So he's a lot more emotionally attached.
The only other person,
because it bombed so hard, it really made him feel like, oh, crud. So I'm just the actor. I don't have these.
The other person he could have went to and should have went to should have been not Harold Ramis, but Ivan Reitman. Because he had worked with Ivan already.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ivan would have been Ivan or Joe Dante would have understood the humor side of it while also handling the action side. Because I think McTiernan and the way Arnold presented it, because Arnold, he's I don't think he's still quite got a lot of stuff yet. Because I mean, you go back and if you read his book or you see his documentaries or anything like that, as he was still learning colloquialisms and all this kind of stuff. Colloquialisms and all that kind of stuff.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I wasn't sure if he just quite got how to sell this humor to the public, right? Like he needed to be
linguist, Tom.
He needed to be Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, basically selling this movie, right? And I don't mean like in that respect of like acting like Deadpool, but I mean like he was doing that, but they didn't go to that next degree. And I think if you had a comedy director, it would have signaled to the audience like,
you'd have to market it that
comedy.
Way.
Yeah, exactly. And it was marketed in too much of a, and like I said, go back and look at all the trailers. I'm not wrong. it was a very kept
2 days.
secret kind of movie, like to where nobody really knew what it was about until it came
Yeah.
out.
As somebody mentioned, it had this emotional depth to it with the father figure relationship and the kid, and that was all quite touching. And it's not very, it's not R-rated action that people.
The whole thing with the kid losing his dad, you know, I mean, it's mentioned in passing at the beginning of the film.
Yep.
You know, because you know, obviously they're in New York and there's a small apartment and life's kind of crappy, and you know, she has to leave her kid to go work. You know. I'm assuming at a diner or something like that.
Strip club,
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
well, making the first victim in the movie his kid, which is like okay, because then you jump from his kid to his favorite cousin or whatever in Art
second cousin. He's messing with his second cousin.
Okay,
big
so that's
mistake.
that's a big mistake there, and I don't mean that to be punny, but I do. Because you already set yourself up for this weird expectation by the audience, because we saw his kid get killed in the previous movie, and we're like,
but it's like Death Wish. She's run out of ways.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was getting to. Is by the third film or the fourth film, it should have been like his cousin, his best friend's cousin, his sister's best friend, and shit like that, to where it's like, you know, like they're going like the kid thing shouldn't even have been. It should have been his wife in the first movie, and then like that's it. You don't. Yeah, I mean that's where it started getting. There was too much between the serious and not so serious stuff there.
I disagree on that part. I feel like that the son was necessary because it made the kid the emotional hook because
it made the emotional hook between. That's how they bonded.
And also
that's fair, but it also doesn't. That's where the movie's uneven. Right, like I got to admit that.
I don't agree.
Well, I disagree too because it comes full circle at the end when the axe murderer basically has.
It does, but it also my point is this would be like in the middle of Spaceballs if you had the fucking princess's dad died and you had the sad scene in the middle of it all and a funeral and shit and just dead stopped the movie. That's kind of what this movie does in the beginning of it. And yes, it does come full circle, but it's some heavy-handed shit to be having in a satirical film. Right? Like that's
it was showing you the heart of the movie and where it was coming from. Keep in mind, Danny was a kid.
And that's fair.
He had no friends. He had Nick, who he went to at this theater. That's all he did. We would go there, the movies. He'd spend late nights there. He didn't have much of a life, and obviously, it seems like he couldn't afford anything in life. It's clear his mom was poor. She was a widow, and this gave him something to make him so feel whole. His escapism, which literally made him escape all too much, was movies.
No, he just escaped reality.
Yeah,
right.
But
I think he literally escaped reality.
You could almost.
But
I think
I'm with Tom on this. I'm with Tom. I just want to agree with you for a second, Tom.
I agree with both of them.
I think it bit off more than it could chew. There is obviously a setup and a payoff between the son and the character of Arnold's son in the movie and the kid afterwards. But I lost the connection. I'm sorry. They took too long to make it, and they did too much other stuff. And I think that's the problem here. That for me, at least, first watch, I needed to know what to pay attention to and what not to pay attention to, because you shouldn't pay attention to everything, or it just becomes a mess. That's my take. I'd have to watch it a second time.
Confused one bit.
And I agree with you guys. And my point is it's a tonal thing, right? Like, it's a shift in the tones that it's difficult for the audience to go, okay, I thought I was coming into a comedy, or is this going to be a serious action movie, or what's going on here? And you could have had the same kind of setup with, like, you know, he has the daughter, right? We'll have it to where he's like constantly trying to make the daughter more butch or more tomboyish, and it's not working because he clearly wants a son, and he even brings that up at some point. And then he's saddled with this kid. And by the end of the movie, he has the son that he never had before. And then this kid also has a father that he never had, right? You can still do the same thing in a more lighthearted way. And I agree with you guys. It is the heart of the picture, right? You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But again, setting it up that way, or if anything, you should have had it be like in the first film, he lost his son, but we don't see it. You just mention it, right? Because like I said, you jump from his son to his favorite second cousin, right? Like that kind of kills the joke. Right, it does. I mean,
I didn't feel anything killed by it.
I didn't think of it that way.
Entertained.
I got
all
the joke.
The same. Yeah,
it's still there. I'm not saying it, but I think it would have just been like, okay, in this one, it's like his brother or his brother's friend, and the next one, then it's a second cousin's best friend's former roommate. Right, like that's where you get to the ridiculousness of the satire of it. Because that's the truth of it is by the time you get to the third Death Wish movie, that's the joke we make is you don't want to get close to Charles Bronson because you have less of a chance of living than if
don't
you
date that man. Whatever you do, don't date that man.
By the third film, they're literally killing like his friends. Like he's got nobody left. Like
yes.
He spoke to a guy in a lineup at the coffee store. And
exactly. Yeah. Don't even look at him in the fucking diner.
Yeah.
Well, all the product.
The scene that we're actually looking at now, where they're jumping the car, is just like.
But you see all the
I
product
think it's
placement.
hilarious.
Back of their car. The
The
car.
product
Because
placement.
the funny thing is, you see their car, they land on the Coke truck and drive off,
Yeah.
and then in the background you see the other one just like flying off.
That was so funny. Yeah.
All the
Hilarious.
product placement, Texaco,
Yeah,
Coke,
all the
it's all
product
so
placement.
obvious.
But you know, it's like I said, you know, it's parroting all the you know,
It's the tropes,
over the top
the
action
tropes,
from the 80s and you know all the tropes and whatnot. You know,
Baskin Robbins.
like the whole thing. Like, you know, everyone knows that if you actually was like to Dukes a Hazard a car, it would just fuck the car up and it wouldn't drive.
Well, that's kind of the
That's-
point, right? You get
That's
to
why
see
they
the
had like
first-
10 General Lees or 20 General
Yeah.
Lees, right? Yeah.
You get to see the first half when the kid gets sucked into the movie where he sees the world from the perspective of an action movie. And then when, you know, Jack comes to the real world, well, that's where shit, you know,
Yeah.
hits the ground. And that's the thing is that's where the comedy lies, right? It's a fish out of water element.
Yeah.
that
For
you
both
throw
of
in
them.
there. For
Yeah.
both of them, right? It's the switcheroo and it works. And they're also it's also a buddy cop movie at the same time. It's all
Yes.
these things.
Yeah.
That's like I say, I'm not trying to shit on the movie. I'm not trying to like, you know, but that's probably its biggest flaw is that it's just trying to do way too much shit.
No, I agree with you. It
But
does
I
try to do a
still
whole
love
lot.
it. I
Yeah.
loved it then. I love it now.
Oh yeah,
And they
I
do
love it.
reference
I'm
Lethal
with
Weapon,
it.
right? You know, like 2 days to retirement, the cop that's stuck in the
That's
tree,
right.
and then when
In the
he
tree.
and then when he says his shoulder's dislocated, you know, because
Oh yeah, I didn't even make that connection. I didn't think about that.
You
That's
guys are
pretty big
also
rigs, yeah.
missing the best character in the entire movie, the chief. Because all he
Yes.
does is
Oh,
scream.
Chief.
He doesn't have any
Yeah.
other thing. He doesn't do anything else but scream.
Because, again, that's the trope. It's the angry black
Yeah, I know.
chief, right?
Hello.
He's the best. He is the best.
Lethal
of the
Weapon
Hello.
again, right?
Yeah,
Hello.
Lethal Weapon.
No,
Yeah. Oh, hello,
that parking
nurse. Yep.
spot-
Hello.
My,
that
my
parking
computer got
spot,
stuck.
But as much PG-13
Before-
as we can get away with here.
Yeah.
Before they
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
into that car, when Arnold Blue said, "Oh wow, how convenient! This parking spot was right here for me to park here." I was like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
And the scenery
shit."
changed. It must be
Yeah.
the movie. The scenery just changed during the studio lot.
Yeah, he was like, "We must be in." I'm in the movie. I get it now. It all makes sense to Danny. I'm in the damn movie, and I like how Arnold smokes instead of not just cigars, but he smokes fireworks. Or they try shooting. Or they try.
Well, he's not. No,
fireworks
he's not
out,
smoking the
shoots
fireworks.
it
He's
back.
lighting his cigar off the fucking dynamite,
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
shoots the
and then he
fireworks.
throws it into the trash can where the dead guy is at and blows it up.
How about when they try to throw the?
And
the
I don't know
fireworks
about you,
at
but I
him,
wouldn't
he
just be
shoots it
handling.
back?
Sorry, I just gonna say I wouldn't be handling dynamite like that, especially with a cigar in my mouth.
Well,
Yeah, but it's Arnold.
The funny thing too is like when he's like rolling around the back seat and he's trying to grab it.
That's my point. It's like you guys realize that this shit is not is highly volatile shit. Like there's a reason
Yeah.
why, you know, when it's been sitting around for a while, they're like, oh shit, we got to be careful here.
Yeah. Well, because like like specifically older dynamite was made from nitroglycerin,
Yeah,
which is
yeah, exactly.
very
yeah.
unstable.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Like newer stuff is probably not.
Newer
as
stuff
bad,
is
but,
I think a
like,
lot
yeah.
more stable, but yeah,
But,
like
yeah.
back in like the 1800s, yeah, I mean that shit was fucking unstable as hell. You so much like look at it funny and it fucking goes off.
Wrong company
I
though.
mean, it's
Soul
got. I
Assassin.
think it's got references to just about every other action movie of the era.
Twin Brother
before.
did
Oh, yeah.
it. It said reference to twins right there. It said Twin Brother
Yeah.
did it.
There's twins. There's
Clearly.
48 Hours, Lethal Weapon, Beverly Hills Cop, Die Hard, Tango and Cash, and
Out of
another.
town.
They're all mentioned
Oh,
somewhere
here we'll
in
kill
this.
the
Yeah.
kill the overlay for a second. Yeah.
Oh, this is where the wife.
Fucking China down.
Well, this is what I
The
mean. We're still in the
ex-wife.
heart of these movies, which generally is the death of any satire, right? Is whenever you're like so into them so deep that it hasn't been able to penetrate deep enough, right? Like 'cause at the time, some people said that Spaceballs came too late, and I said clearly, then in hindsight, we can see it did not, because it
Yeah.
was perfectly timed for what it was.
I think
ever
so.
ever since then, Mel Brooks will be the first to tell you that of all my films, my number one VHS seller is not Blazing Saddles. It's not the producers or any of those. It's Spaceballs.
Baseballs. Yeah.
It was like a third forearm.
Thanks.
There's no way that tree trunk was going inside me.
His dick's not small.
What about Spaceballs though? Those are huge.
She's got big globes.
She's got big globes and he's got big globes. Speaking of AC/DC.
See, I thought the whole Ripper reference was actually a
I think
nod
so.
to Jack the Ripper because they're mentioning Jack and then
Both.
the Ripper.
Well,
So
the
I thought it was
Ripper,
a
no,
Jack
the Ripper is it's Tom Noonan from Manhunter.
Yeah.
So he's playing Tom Noonan from Manhunter.
He's playing himself.
Playing himself as he played that character in Manhunter.
Well, 'cause
basically,
you
that's what
actually
he's
see him as himself in the movie. When
Yeah,
at
he's
the
in-
movie premiere. And then you see
That's
the
right.
Ripper, and the guy's like, "What are you doing, Tom?" It's like, why are you showing up in costume? And
Yep.
yeah,
Exactly.
Is
But
it
he's really
funny?
playing his he's playing his Manhunter character, really.
yeah.
No, he's just
love-
playing that kind of generic.
Yeah, it's a generic evil, bad, guy like in the
I know what you
Manhunter
did
character.
last summer.
Yeah.
What other guy played his character multiple times, but only once in the proper franchise that the character is born from, besides Robert Patrick? Just think about it. He was only the T-1000 in one movie, but in two other movies, he was basically the T-1000, obviously without
That's
naming
not
him. We all know it's
completely
him.
true because he did play. He was the T-1000 in Terminator 3D.
That's
And what about Wayne's World?
Wait, that's on Netflix.
That's
He
what
was
he's,
in
that's
Wayne's
what he's,
World,
but
yeah.
he's right. But you're not wrong. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Who's some Pee Wee Herman would probably be the next closest thing I can think of to somebody who played the character in other movies.
That's a good question.
Wow, I didn't realize that Tom Noonan passed away this year.
Did he?
He only did
February.
one movie as him, and
Scorpio.
yet two other movies that were not in the franchise, and yet played that character. It's really impressive. I'm trying to think what other actor's done that, because it made
Like I
me
said,
think about that as I was watching. I'm like, who's done that?
Unless you're
I don't
thinking
know.
about personalities like Pee Wee, because he showed up as Pee Wee in a few things. Otherwise,
to me, it'd be like if Tobey Maguire did Spider-Man in non-Marvel movies. Like, what other thing?
I
has
got
really
one.
done that? Ooh.
The two old men from Trading Places showing up and coming to
yeah.
America.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Winthrop, we're back.
We still have yet to do that movie. We still need to do Coming to America.
We haven't done Trading, or I was saying, haven't we done Trading Places already? I thought
Yeah, we did Trading
Yeah,
Places.
we've done
Yeah.
We
Trading
haven't done
Places.
Coming to America.
We
Oh
gotta
my
do
God.
it. We gotta
That has
do
got to
it.
have one of the most toxic sces in it ever.
Mhm.
The royal
Wipers.
penis is clean,
Penis is clean,
sir.
Your Highness.
Wipers.
Yeah.
Oh, the blockbuster!
Read-
Quick,
Did
we're
Did they use a vacuum cleaner?
And the blockbuster. Why do attractive women work at the
There you go.
store?
Stallone in Terminator 2 or
Yeah,
Terminator.
there's no
right
un-
there.
I'll be back.
He was great in
no
that movie.
unattractive women. No unattractive women. He's like, it's California.
Yeah.
You know?
California, of course not.
That's true. Yeah.
The only unattractive woman you're gonna find is my maid.
That was a really smart line.
And then
Yes,
the Tom
good
Arnold
idea.
blew. I was gonna say
Well,
Tom
I
Arnold
think
blew
Too,
that.
is that Maria Shriver is in this movie too, and it's
Yeah.
before she looks weird. I mean, she's actually attractive in the movie.
Yeah.
Before she
Tom
really
Arnold-
sells more.
Straight up.
Tom Arnold came to Schwarzenegger's house. He's like, "Hey, your nanny, your kid's nanny looks just like you." And he's
Back
like,
it up to
"Shut
that
up."
one just before that. I knew it. Back it up.
Let me go
I
back,
knew they
yeah.
would squeeze it in there. There's a movie there that's right next.
I know. I'm trying to look at them
Arnold.
all.
Should I bring
Okay,
my
keep
vagina
going.
down?
One more.
Yeah,
I
take
think
your
it is.
vagina down. Yeah.
Because I bet there's a ton of
Okay,
jokes.
I'll go
the one that's
slow.
between The Hunt for Red October and Medicine Man. Do you guys know what movie that is?
That's a movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger directed.
It
about
sure the
Christmas.
fuck is.
Yes.
What movie is that?
Christmas movie.
Oh God, what the hell was it called?
Jingle all the
Christmas
way.
in Con-
Jingle all the way.
The Christmas in Connecticut.
Oh.
Christmas in
Christmas in
Connecticut. That's what I thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was just
and they
reading
made a
the
big
trivia,
fucking
that's
deal
why I
out of
know
this
it.
movie. Him directing it. It was a horrible remake of a fucking movie. It was just
Yeah, yeah.
bad.
They slipped it in there though.
But he
They
made sure
put-
it was right there. I see that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. There's a poster for Bugsy in the background, and I can't see what's written
I'll
above it.
go slow through this, yeah, so we don't get.
Yeah, you'll
Get
never.
dinged, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
never
It's
see
funny that you mention it because that's the movie he did in 1992 between Terminator and this movie.
She's
He
dressed like a
directed it for
science fiction
TNT. Yeah.
vixen.
Yeah. It was actually a TV movie.
At a video store. And
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
how she's dressed here. That's good.
Yeah.
It's like, what, Shane, some
It's like
space
all the
movie.
women are wearing like these ridiculous, outfits. It's
I want to
hilarious,
know
especially
what
when
video
you're
store
at
had
the
those kind of chicks working at it.
the police station. All of them were like wearing these retarded outfits. It's hilarious.
And And look how nice the police station was too. And it was so overly crowded, all these wild, wacky characters. And yeah, it was super nice. You go to any police station in the city, and they are absolute dumb. I'm sure they are in California too. I'm sure they are, but that's the beauty of movie magic. Every number's 555. Well, she's right. In movies, they always use the 555. And I like how they use the, hey, you know how I know this is PG-13? And this is the one joke I think maybe teens and adults were meant to understand. Can you say this word? He shows them. We don't see it, but we know he's trying to get him to say fuck. He can't say it because the movie's PG-13.
PG-13. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
He technically could have, but yeah.
Apparently, the boss, his boss, Jack Slater's boss, does say it once, but apparently it's really easy to miss.
Yeah, he does say
say fuck
once.
PG, like that's what I was saying, because I'm pretty sure Kindergarten Cop it might be PG-13, but I'm pretty sure it's PG. Because you could get away with a lot between PG and PG.
And you know who that is?
It's Odd Job, isn't it?
Odd Job.
Odd Job, yeah.
Random Task. Sorry, Random Task.
Random Task, yeah. The guy who killed his wife, ain't it?
Yes.
Bro.
I'm not kidding. He did.
He did.
No, I believe you. You don't got.
He threw a shoe at her.
Random Task.
Random Task.
Oh, this is where they visit
lethal
the
with
house,
a shoe.
and the kid the guy's like, "How do you know I had the bad eye?" I was like, oh, that freaking like snake eye. I was like a cobra. I was like, wow.
Sir, are you a henchman?
Sir, are you
I only go as far as lackey.
No, I never made it past lackey.
Is that true, Soul Assassin? He says he killed his cellmate too. Holy fuck! I would fuck with him, I guess.
So had Charles Dance been in? No, what he'd been in before this that was big in America? Was there anything?
Golden Child.
Okay, Golden Child.
That's right, Golden Child. I was
Golden
like,
Child.
I
couldn't think of what it. There was something else, and that was it.
Yeah, where he played
he
played
done
the demon.
some like artsy fartsy stuff otherwise.
Because he'd done obviously a ton of stuff in Britain, but I think this is his early days for Hollywood.
He was also in Alien 3. He played the Doctor.
That was where
that's right.
Yeah. But that was just before
he met a sticky end.
You know what's wild about this movie and Demolition Man? Both movies not only came out the same year, but in each movie, both stars were complimentary of each other because obviously Schwarzenegger was praising Stallone as that man's an artist. It's his best performance ever. But in Stallone, he was praising Schwarzenegger and saying he'll be president of the USA due to his popularity of his movies. So I was like, wow, what are the odds that they were both praising each other in their own respective movies?
Well, yeah, because the whole thing with him being the president in Demolition Man.
Yes.
I was gonna say it probably was a almost like a mental handshake deal because I know they had to make a deal with Sly to get his use in that poster.
Yeah, they had to get the rights, right? Yeah.
So he knew that was going to be in there. So it may have been just like kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge to Schwarzenegger kind of thing.
This was.
I mean, that's the thing is everybody thought there was some huge rivalry between the guys. They were actually
there never was.
They were always buddies. Yeah. Soul Assassin, to answer your question, I think Planet Hollywood started maybe a little bit before because I was living
I want to say it was what 91, 92.
Yeah, because he mentioned Planet Hollywood.
I want
to
say
it
was right after.
Yes,
it was either right before or right after Terminator. I know that Terminator 2. I mean,
I remember
right around that period. Yeah,
when they opened up Planet Hollywood in downtown in Chicago, and I had an uncle on the Puerto Rican side of the family.
It was 91, so yeah.
And he was obsessed with all these movies. And even though I was a very young child, I had seen some of them thanks to him. And he made sure that my mom and our 800 other aunts and uncles that we were going to go to Planet Hollywood because that was the movie that was made because of the big action stars. Because these types of movies were this was his thing. So I remember when Planet Hollywood's brand new, it was like everyone was like, you were the coolest kid on the block if you went to Planet Hollywood. It was a big deal when it opened up out here. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. What's wrong? Oh God. And this is where you see the kid, aka the son. You see the first photo and the flashback pretty dark flashback. See, I actually like the dark flashback. To me, it just gave the movie a moment of seriousness. It didn't become like a thing where it was a repeated thing where this movie is getting repeated on super dark moments and it was becoming polarizing. To me, this was the one scene where it got that intense and then didn't really go to that direction well before or after. So maybe that's why I'm more okay with it. Maybe I would have felt differently if the movie definitely got that dark and dense repeatedly, because that would be like, okay, at this point you're making a Taika Waititi movie before Taika, where you're having scenes be funny and then very dark and not letting the dark simmer. When this movie had this moment here, it let it sit and simmer and not relieve any of the tension from it. And it was,
I mean, it certainly has its moments, because one of the things that happens with Benedict when he's in the real world, he's walking around and then the hooker walks up. She's like, "You want a party?" And he's like, "How old are you?" And then she just like gets kind of weirded out and walks off. And it's just like, it's that moment of, you can tell that this is the real world versus the movie world because of how fucking sleazy the real world is at times.
Yeah. Did you just actually Judge Dredd? Did I see a Judge Dredd line? Did I miss that? Oh, never mind. That was in the comments. I think it was God Stallone. That was an error. That was an error, bud. I love you, but that was one of your few big misses. Was that one? Oh boy. Taking the helmet off.
Oh yeah, that movie was awful.
Oh, if you harm a hair on her head, he plucks the one hair
and snaps it in front of him.
Oh,
God, he is such a great villain in this movie.
Yeah,
he was so. I love how he was
I get a diehard
a mustache twirling over the top villain, and he absolutely lived up to the performance of it.
He reminds me of Hans Gruber in some ways. From Die Hard.
He kind of does, doesn't
he?
He's probably, well, I mean, because he's got the look, right? The slick back hair, the beard.
Yeah.
Granted, he's a redhead, but it's like, yeah, he's definitely got that.
Seems European
80s scummy villain, right? I mean, it's great.
Yeah. No, he's good in this. Yeah. The other thing you're mentioning too, how the real world is, and back in the 90s, I mean, crime was out of control in New York City. So this was
before Giuliani.
Before Giuliani, and we had Mayor, well, as we called him here, Mayor Dinkle or Mayor Dinkins.
Yeah, Dinkle, that's right. Yeah,
there's a fireman on TV on WPIX 11. He's like, and Mayor Dinkle, it kind of stuck. He would call him Mayor Dinkle, but the big thing that set up, really got people, crime was nuts. But then there was a family going to the U.S. Open, which Mayor Dinkins loved tennis, and the kid got stabbed to death trying to protect his mom from a mugger on the subway station right near there, and that kind of sealed the deal from everyone. Was like, but yeah, crime was just totally.
Another one that really kind of captured that era too is when he's walking through the streets and he's like, get the shoes after they basically just shot this guy, and stole his shoes and ran off. And he's like looking around. That's when he realized that none of the cops show up. Right? It's like
no one cares.
He's like looking at his watch, listening, and nobody fucking cares because this is New York in the early 90s.
I love how in this scene, Whitney, she straight hit a guy in the nuts so hard with a light that he flipped to the other side of the room.
And she keeps screaming
she's
too.
Screaming, and she's like beating the shit
Pretending.
out of the guy to keep up the act.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, why the fuck is she screaming? It's like, oh, okay, that's right. Damsel in distress.
It was a good cover. She was trying to do a diversion, and it was a smart diversion.
It was fucking brilliant.
You was getting your ass kicked. Oh, I loved it. Oh,
well, I love how he tricks him into burning the money, because he mentions that the fake money burns a different color. So when Jack comes up, he sees the red smoke coming from the chimney. He's like, oh shit, something's wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was a great plot point there.
Yeah.
When he leaves this house, he does the ultimate flip going down several stories. Oh man, that Mark, if there's that's one of the clip that needs to be clip layers, that flip. That was insanely ridiculous.
You want me to clip which one? This one here?
the flip right here, yeah, where he jumps out of the house and he does this crazy flip.
Oh yeah.
Several stories.
He was like Jackie Chan in that scene.
Yeah, the kid's line. Then the kid have a line afterwards, something like, "I'm in the movie and I'm missing all the best action."
Yeah. Well, I love it how he's gonna play chicken with the fucking girl's bike, right?
Yes.
And he's like, I could do this. I'm a hero. Oh no, I'm the comic relief sidekick.
It won't work. Yes.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, and then they have the Amblin Entertainment. He's like E.T., with the moon. And he's
E.T. on the
bike. Yeah. I'll try to clip that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Luckily, they didn't have to edit any.
There's a lot of great moments in this movie, and I think you appreciate it years later, right? I mean,
yeah,
as we
you
keep
do.
Saying it's like it's like kind of where you have nostalgia
because it's removed from that era, right? And it's removed from the expectations of the time period. Now we can enjoy it for what it's worth, rather than the hype around it and the fucking rocket going into space. I mean, there was so much writing on this movie, and it's very fortunate that it didn't damage Arnold's career, because it could have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he managed to recover with True Lies.
I do.
I mean, the movie made
that the timing of it hurt because one it was still like action movies are still a big thing. Also, two, it was competing against Jurassic Park in its strong second weekend. That's another big fact, and that was the biggest movie of '93 by a wide margin. If this had come out, let's just say, I think Tom Hill with in '99, 2000, that would have been perfect because he was doing stuff like End of Days at the time, which is a more serious than he normally does. That was like that satanic movie. And then he could have done the polar opposite. That way he could have done both sides of the coin. He could have done a dark movie for the super R-rated crowd and then balance it out with a PG-13 like Last Action Hero, so he could have his grounds covered for the kids as well. And
maybe like I think 95 probably would have been maybe a little better. I don't know.
Is this an ET reference? ET reference?
Yes, it was an ET reference.
I think you gotta get past. You got to get into the late 90s.
I agree.
Because the early he just do it like you just said. He did this as his first movie after Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're in the height of
Arnoldism,
action hero days. I mean, we're just a couple years from Die Hard 3. I mean,
he had some massive hits. I just made a list with Grok. So we had Twins, 600 adjusted for inflation till today, 600 million. Total Recall, 650. Kindergarten Cop, 500 million. Terminator 2, 1.23 billion. Then Last Action Hero, adjusted for inflation, is 300 million. But then he was back with Then he did True Lies for 820. Junior was more of a flop than this movie actually.
Yes.
And then he came back
with the theater too. And it's when he was branching out, right? And I think when this movie came out, I know that he did Kindergarten Cop, and I completely forgot that came out before Terminator 2.
Yeah,
and it just seems like the world wasn't ready for like an Arnold doing comedy.
Oh no, Kindergarten Cop was a smash.
And so was Twins. He had done Twins.
And so was Twins.
89.
I think they were low budget movies. They picked the wrong script. Because for those who don't know, there was another movie that Arnold was supposed to make. There was a couple movies they were choosing between. There was Junior, there was Twins, and there was Kindergarten Cop, and there was another movie. The other movie was called Suburban Commando.
Oh yeah.
And it was a satire on Commando, where basically Arnold in his commando role is forced to take a vacation in the suburbs, and him and Danny DeVito would have played the Christopher Lloyd role that Christopher Lloyd played in the Hulk Hogan version of it. So all they changed in the Hulk Hogan version is they just made Hulk Hogan a space
alien,
hero guy.
Yeah.
That's the only real difference. Otherwise, it was supposed to be a satire, and I think that's where that would have been the perfect timing for the first step to this, right? For him to basically be playing the same type of role or same role he was in Commando in a comedy version of it now, where he's basically blowing up the suburbs, right? Like,
right. But
then you do this, then I think it would have been perfect timing. Yeah.
The difference I see when you compare this to Kindergarten Cop, unless I'm forgetting Kindergarten Cop completely, Arnold plays the straight guy in that. you laugh at everything that goes on around him.
Right.
Whereas here, they tried to give him some of the comedic lines, and whether it's the and I think
Well,
it was more
even
the
in
writing than
Twins,
his
he's
delivery.
basically playing the straight man as well.
Right. But and this is a tough one
Same
for
thing
Arnold.
with Junior.
Yeah, this would be a tough one for Arnold in that even in a perfect script, for him to get the tone right, it would have been better instead of saying, I bet you didn't think I was going to say that, would have been for it would just be a shake the head and recognize I did it again, didn't I? And it would have been more subtle. I think it would have flown better. So
Or
I
just
think
had the kids say it at the same exact time.
Right. Yes. And I think they played that out too far. But
how about this house exploding like crazy?
Oh yes.
Yeah. and the scene's funny because you can't even understand what the sergeant is saying. He's just like
he's screaming so loud that he's blowing the windows out.
Yeah.
It's like Tasmanian devil meets the
And this is what I mean. You've gotten to the point where this is so satire here that there's sometimes the tone just shifts
a little bit too
much.
far.
There's like the steam billowing out of his ears.
Yeah, that's just a little too far.
This is where I think Joe Dante would have turned this part into like the more comedy Looney Tunes aspect, and then then you could have switched it a little bit with the real world stuff.
Yeah.
But, no, it works. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
I
Trying
love
to
that scene. God.
And there's Bogart. That was the first time they used a digital resurrection of a character that I recall.
Nice that Police Center looks in California on top of it, like in a.
I think this was a year before. I think they just done him in like a commercial or something like that too, and this was like I think it was a year before Forrest Gump, right?
Yeah.
What are you making some changes? Oh man!
And let's not forget Fred Astaire dancing with a vacuum, of course.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Leo the fart.
Leo the fart.
His funeral was epic.
And that's what's his face? Geez, I just forgot his name. F. Murray Abraham.
Hey guys, make sure when you get
he killed Mozart.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Mozart.
There's nothing in your hole.
Who's Mozart?
Closet and shoot the closet because there's always a bad guy.
The guy in the closet.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing too, I really liked was when he basically his character meets Arnold, and he talks about it. Arnold's like, "Hey, you'd make a great, double, and you could do like car openings or something like that." He's like, "I hate you. You made my life a living hell.
You ruined my life.
You ruined my life."
His closet has all the same shirt and
clothes,
jacket.
Boots,
the boots, the jacket, the shirt, and the pants.
Yeah, because I mean they got the kid totally right. Like the kid knows every little beat to hit, and I mean the actor. I mean I don't know what he did after this other than My Girl 2. I think wasn't this the kid that was in Free Willy, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Was it?
I can't remember.
The same kid. Not to be fair, I never looked into it. I do know they almost considered Macaulay Culkin for this
Austin
part.
O'Brien.
I know he almost got this part. But
honestly, if it had been Macaulay, I think it would have been a bigger hit.
It probably would have helped.
My Girl
probably
2.
would have, because remember that was what
I don't know,
because you would have had Arnold and Macaulay Culkin at the height of both of their careers to where.
I could see why that.
Because people forgot how much Richie Rich made it. Richie Rich made Macaulay Culkin very Richie Rich.
Oh, it did? Yeah.
The last thing he did was in 2015, which was a short. But he was in Innocent in 2010.
He was in The Lawnmower Man. I forgot about that.
He was also
in
Bones for one episode back in 2008.
I'm just saying, like he was a kid in a bunch. He was like the kid actor in a bunch of these things, and then he did like My Girl 2, and that was like the last thing I remember him in.
Yeah.
That's a
film.
film.
He wasn't bad in this movie.
Film I watched
like,
for a long
how dare
time.
you replace
Lawnmower Man.
Macaulay Culkin?
No, the kid did good. He did really good. Even though I'm not knowledgeable on his body of work, he absolutely nailed the part. It was a kid who was emotionally invested. He knew the tropes as well. And even now, where I say, well, if they kill the character, there goes the box office grosses. They talk about the grosses in the movie. If you kill the character, the grosses.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. And
that might be another reason why this movie is a little too ahead of its time. Is I think it would have worked better in the DVD age when people were a little bit more savvy to how movies were made, and then some of the.
That's true too.
Because I think that was the other thing is unless you were a big movie fan or a film buff at this point, some of these jokes were just going.
There's possibly too many of them, as it were. Well, you can't keep up with them all.
It is like a rapid fire Deadpool kind of thing way too soon, right? Like, I mean, this was just chucking jokes, and this is where I think Joe Dante might have been able to just handle it a little bit better, because that's what I'm saying. You're chucking so many jokes out here at once that you almost need somebody who's a little bit more disciplined in the comedy, I guess is the way I'm looking at it. Because John didn't. Yeah, she's got to go potty, I think. Because John, I don't, never had done comedy to this point. I'm pretty sure this is the only comedy he ever made.
Hey, clear kept him away. I like how he opens a glove box and a bunch of guns fall. He's like, check the glove box. There's a gun in there. He opens it like 10 guns.
Everything fucking falls out.
Guns come out.
The fart is a bomb. Literally, the fart is a bomb.
Yeah.
Well, I love how they go through all these like scenarios, and it's like, oh, they put gas in him, so he's gonna have one final fart.
Yeah. He's going to pass gas one more time.
Yeah.
How about the fact that when they're on the roof and there's the families of the mafia, and
everybody has guns.
Mother has a gun, and you can hear all the guns getting cocked and loaded. I was like, holy shit. The amount of people, even the grannies all have guns too. It is so wild.
Granny in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
What the Arnold's voice impression? Oh, help me! And he picks up the body, says he's about to blow. And I need a doctor. I'm a doctor. And he boils a dead body. The guy, we need a doctor for him.
Well, because that's like the old joke. Is there a doctor in the house? From like ages and ages ago.
Yeah, that's the trope. If he spoke too many words, you should have just shot the guy.
Look, and then the other trope. Look, elephant over there, and they're all on the roof.
Well, and the funny thing is they also poke fun at the villain spilling the plant, and the kid starts doing the same thing. He starts monologuing. That's when the other villain shows up behind him with a gun.
Right.
It's just like,
yeah,
because that's what people do in movies.
Yeah,
they let fart bombs go off, quite literally. And when that bomb dropped, oh man, and you could see it just go off, and so I was like, wow, I'm actually surprised it didn't get even worse. And once again, they even mentioned plot convenience too, like how Danny's like, oh wow, look, Whitney's just conveniently here showing up. Just to clean up your I was like, yeah, that's actually how that happens in the movie.
Well, he also makes the comment, about normally tar sticks to people. He's like wiping it off.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's really weird. That one.
Like, and by the time he's done, already. He's like back to normal.
You're clean already.
Yes.
A chemical explosion. The fart's going to explode. A chemical explosion.
You saved my fur plenty of time. Oh damn, no. I do see Tom's point in the whole end of some of the jokes, especially when you talk about the numbers and the movie business.
It's the breadth of it.
That's true because but this is pre-internet, and a lot of people who are into these things, maybe like DVD special features weren't as dominant yet. That's a big thing that got a lot of people to being hooked on not just the movies, but the makings and the history of making the movies and the amount of work that goes into it, how numbers work. That definitely created a much greater profile of the movie hooked audience who want to know every little in and out details. And I came up from that generation where the special features was what made me curious about the business. That's what got me to want to learn what box office numbers were, what grosses were, the difference between that versus profitability, understanding budgets and how much theaters make versus what the actual movie make, learning that, marketing isn't free. There's an actual marketing budget and that's separate and you still got to make that as well. So it was the DVD special feature aids that got me.
I loved that stuff, Nick. I was a fanatic for that stuff.
I mean, I did too.
I
back
everything
in the day,
on the special features.
I used to love Kevin Smith's commentary on his movies before he became a giant cunt. But yeah, like Clerks and Chasing Amy, Mallrats. I fucking love the Mallrats commentary.
Special features, the Easter eggs. Remember the Easter eggs on DVD?
God,
yeah. You push a certain button to the left too
the
far.
The Python stuff had loads of that.
Icon would show up. You click on the icon. Oh, dude, that
Python DVDs were great for that. They had tons of that stuff.
It was hours of rewatchable on top of rewatchable special features, and the commentaries are good. Yeah, I remember I was obsessed with my Clerks Tenure DVD. It was that black box set with just white letters on it. I remember I had the T2 like platinum silver edition.
That one.
That was cool. Yep, that's Clerks X. Yep. Oh, I remember when Spider-Man, the very first movie, hit, and I was obsessed with that DVD and the special features on it.
There was some good stuff on that one. Yeah.
As terrible as that movie was,
the director's cut was good.
Well, director's cut's better, far better. But the special features on that Daredevil are really good. Even the special features on the Star Wars prequels I watched a lot as well. The Lord of the Rings. I mean, God, enough said there with the Lord of the Rings.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah.
How gay is that picture? If you just do that, cut the mountain off.
Oh, 70s.
Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it
gay.
It got gay real quick.
Yeah.
It's not Toxic Tuesday if it's not gay.
Yeah, I was gonna say for comics, I was gonna say for you this should just be Tuesday. And then I realized, fuck.
Well, I mean, Toxic Man is not here, so I mean, it's it's not really it's not gay until he shows up. Honestly,
well, it could be worse.
Yeah, Tox will always add a whole other layer of gayness to it. It's kind of remarkable. What's up, Garfield? How you doing, dude? You came here right at the, well, I'm going to say my name, nick of time. Great to see you here, man. Oh, God, I like how when this thing flips over. Oh, man. The fact that I'll just absolutely...
We're getting some Die Hard references now, so.
Yes.
And Towering Inferno.
Which, by the way, speaking of Die Hard, we can now add a new Die Hard movie to the subgenre of Die Hard movies. I saw Mutiny last week with Jason Statham, and that was Die Hard on a boat.
Did you see it on streaming?
It was accidentally on streaming for a few hours or something like that. I heard about that. Yeah. But I saw it in theaters. Dude, the kills in that movie were some of the wildest kills I've seen in a Statham movie ever. It's basically the Statham story, except this time it's Die Hard on a boat mixed with a murder framing, and then everything else.
So it's Die Hard meets Under Siege.
Die Hard meets Under Siege meets every Jason Statham trope ever, and then voila, Mutiny.
Wow.
It was worthy of a watch for sure. Oh, good old Danny with that big old machine. Go ahead, Richard.
No, it's just that's what was just described. I haven't seen it yet, and I want to now. But it's like that by itself is almost a self-parody.
Yeah, Statham's almost becoming a parody of himself.
Dude, I hope it gets if I go through like a streaming service, let's just say Amazon for conversation's sake. I want there to be a list of genres: action, horror, comedy, Jason Statham. I want that to be a genre list. I'm not joking. I'm not being sarcastic. I want that to be listed as a genre, and I'd be fine with it. Oh, Jonathan,
it should just be called Statham. That's it.
It really was this Mutiny, and that's the thing. Mutiny was good. Mutiny was rad. Felt like Under Siege meets Die Hard with a Vengeance. Oh, dude, for sure, it will be a Toxic Tuesday movie. For sure. That's not if, that is when. Because the kills in that movie were seriously next level kills. Like, holy smokes. Like, I was like, damn, dude. It's amazing how much we come with creative ways to kill bad guys. And these guys, there's no sympathetic edge to them all. Statham just kills the crap out of them.
Well, they're not just misunderstood, and they're actually victims, and they're really the good guys in the end.
No, this isn't Killmonger. These guys get the shit killed out of them. It's great. I've not actually seen Operation Fortune. I do need to see that. I've never seen.
Wasn't it on Netflix?
Wasn't that direct to video? Direct to video.
It was a streaming thing. Yeah.
Oh,
it was quite good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
I have not seen it, but I saw a trailer for one from 2013. I'm like, oh, I've never seen this one. I'm gonna have to watch it. So I think I go on the Statham binge, but I need to do Gone in 60 Seconds first because that's next week's movie, and I haven't watched that movie
Oh god,
in
yeah, I gotta
a
watch that again.
long time. But I remember loving it. I remember McDonald's loving it straight up. I may have been like hooked on that movie at some point because that was such a fun cage action movie, and that one has its fans, but I feel like it doesn't have enough of them. Oh, here comes the big fart bomb.
Have you seen the original or?
Yeah,
I know it's
60
original.
Seconds.
I'm aware of that. Yeah, it's a remake.
Yeah.
It's
Well, they're
one of
both
my-
good. They're both very
It's
good.
one
Yeah.
of my few exceptions to the rule on that for that Gone in 60 Seconds. But here comes all that tar conveniently coming off.
Yep.
Oh man, Arnold and big black tar.
It cleans right off.
It cleans
comes
right off,
Yeah.
right off.
Just one handkerchief.
There's the fart right there.
Yeah, the enormous bubble that doesn't quite burst, silent but deadly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Conveniently,
yeah.
there's like
He
paper
falls-
towels for him to clean up.
Yeah, he falls
the
into La
paper
Brea
towels
tar
are
pits,
just right
covered
there too.
covered head to toe. Looks like Swamp Thing, and wipes off with what looks like basically a small handful of paper of napkins or something. I go to a
Basically
barbecue
just
place.
paper
I need to go home
towels.
and take a shower.
Yeah.
I learned recently too outside, like apparently this movie, like on top of its production issues they had, but they were filming this movie. I don't even know if it was considered reshoots or just general filming, but they were filming this movie up until the week before it debuted in theaters.
Really?
So this movie was on a
Yeah.
crunch of crunches with the I don't know how much of the budget ballooned because of it or because they were still figuring out the direction. I don't know, but I do know that this movie cut it very close, much like I remember when Alien versus Predator, the first one, was filming the week of, and they're doing effects on AVP the week of as well. I remember hearing
Really?
about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look into it. I remember.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that this had a lot of production hell. I just remember it being really expensive. And of course, yeah, if you look it up on the numbers, it shows you, it was 85 million.
80 million,
and then,
yeah, or 85.
no, 80,
yeah.
it was 85. And then you see
Okay.
what was brought in, and it was just like, even by like today's numbers, this movie was definitely a bomb.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
But yet comics, you mentioned something in the green room before this.
oh yeah, I said that the funny thing about it is, like, unadjusted for inflation, this movie back in '93 made more money than Supergirl.
Oh,
Not adjusted for inflation.
Yeah, this movie, it made the budget was 85, like you said. It made 137, so it beat Supergirl.
Yeah,
but so today it would have made 300 million. Of course, but still that 85 million is a lot more. So it barely made any. Plus,
Well, I mean, at
plus
that
the
point-
advertising and the high. Yeah, this was a huge.
Yeah, you're looking
huge
at what,
bomb.
like 250, 275 for this movie. I mean,
Yeah.
it was very expensive.
Well,
Yeah,
very-
yes.
on top of the effects, the amount of talent, as we mentioned a lot of it earlier with Belushi, Chevy Chase, Maria Shriver, God, what's his face?
Jean-Claude
Van Damme. Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of names that they had stacked on just to do a few seconds of this movie probably added up very quickly at the time. I'm sure it did. The amount of
Well,
stars in
and
the movie-
the other thing too that you got to take in consideration with that marketing budget, and this obviously doesn't factor into the money from the movie, was the fucking rocket advertisement that they did.
Oh yeah,
how much did
the
that cost?
rocket
Yeah, millions.
advertisement.
Yeah.
I
Because that was like the big
remember
thing. I remember that. I was like, why the fuck are they doing it for this movie? It's like, that's just kind of weird. And I guess that I kind of think the reason why they did that is they were kind of expecting this movie to not do so well.
You think so? See,
Because
I
yeah,
thought they
that
were
was
expecting it to do
massively
well.
gimmicky in '93.
Mhm.
Shooting, I mean, it was granted they weren't shooting a rocket, but they put an advertisement on a rocket. I think it was from NASA. I had to look it up. But yeah, I mean, it's like that couldn't have been cheap.
No, definitely it was expensive. You got a rocket, especially advertised on it, it's expensive. Cats 2019 was still shooting 24
That's right.
hours before world
One of the
premiere.
biggest
That is
disasters ever.
Wow.
insane. And we got another
Yeah, it
great line.
was.
I didn't realize the 6. Oh, dude, I remember knowing about that flop. That's when the flops started actually becoming a theme in Arnold's life, because End of Days when it came out. So okay, Eraser was his last movie at the time that did very well, but Batman and Robin flopped. But at least a lot of people could say, well, it wasn't really his movie, so whatever. But then he did End of Days, and that was moderately received and did okay at the theaters. But then it was Collateral, The Sixth Day.
Don't
Terminator
forget Jingle All the
3.
Way.
Yeah.
Jingle All the
So
Way.
Columbia Pictures planned to promote the 1993 film Last Action Hero by paying roughly $500 million to paint the movie's logo on an unmanned NASA-affiliated rocket.
500
Space
million?
advertisement stunt was ultimately scrapped.
500 million? That
Yeah.
sounds too much.
Yeah,
500,000.
they scrapped it apparently. I thought they actually did it.
Wow.
Well, 500 million is ridiculous. No movie.
Yeah, that is fucking ridiculous.
That's Kamala Harris would have spent that money, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the cancellation. The stunt was called off after threats of legal action regarding space advertising copyrights alongside other promotional hurdles. So,
What's up, Mr. Tickle Trunk? Long time no see in
Hey.
the chat. He says, I think if this movie came out today, probably would have made 250 million plus. It would have made a lot more than that to break even. But I get your point, because this movie is a massive compared to a lot. No, I'd like to think it would have done even better, because even though we mentioned very early on the stream that it ironically, even it's the type of movie that should not come out today, but it has a lot more fans now, because there's the home video audience, but there's also the streaming audience gave it a whole new life as well. And Arnold has mentioned that he's gotten a lot more residuals in the last decade and a half with this movie than he did the entire time the movie was in theaters and on video. So that should tell you how much the fan base for this has substantially grown. And yeah, we covered that as well. The great soundtrack. I mean, dude, I lost my shit having Megadeth, and of course, having AC/DC, Queensryche.
Yeah, they wrote the song for this movie, right?
Anthrax.
Yeah, it was, dude, what a soundtrack. It had a lot of the heavy hitters of the 90s. It really did. It was an outstanding soundtrack. I think Dokken was in it too. Maybe I'm mistaken for an error, but either way, regardless, it was so good. And dude, no, Eraser was great, man. I love.
You're forgetting
I love Eraser.
You're forgetting the big #1 hit off of the soundtrack.
Was it Michael Jackson? No, just
No, it was Def Leppard.
Def Leppard. Time out here. I'm gonna.
Wasn't that one of their earlier tracks? So I can't remember now.
No, it was 2 steps behind. It was one of their later tracks.
Oh, was it later? I couldn't remember.
I'm gonna switch
feels
brands, so just in
completely
case
out
the
of
screen
place.
gets messed up for a second,
Sorry.
guys. Yeah, let's see if it. I gotta. Add to state. There we go. And we'll do that. Let's see.
I go whip out the boys.
Do we have everyone?
Red shirt. I'm
Not
sorry.
again.
Now Tom had a lot of time with Gina in his face. Now it's your turn, red shirt. Now you got Gina on your face.
There we go.
You don't get to cover up the Gina.
No, I gotta move the Gina. I gotta move the Gina.
I'm putting the Gina back on his face. I will not allow that.
Don't put the vagina up on a plinth. It doesn't. Don't put it on a pedestal or a plinth.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey, I just want to have Gina. If you guys know, there's 3 Ginas on our screen. That's crazy. You got the shiniest Gina, and there's a moderately shiny Gina, and then there's the third least shiny.
You're saying there's a lot of pussies on screen?
There's a lot of pussy on this fucking screen. That is true.
Yeah, that's right. Tesla actually did the Last Action Hero song.
Oh, did they really? I did not know that. Okay, that's crazy.
I don't. That's weird. I don't remember hearing "Cock the Hammer," but Cypress Hill's on the soundtrack.
Yes, I remember that because that really stood out at the time. It was like,
so AC/DC, Big Guns, Alice in Chains, "What the Hell Have I," which is a great fucking song. And they also there's 2 Alice in Chains songs, "A Little Bitter." But "What the Hell Have I" was a fucking amazing song. Of course, "Angry Again" by Megadeth, "Real World" by Queensryche, 2 Steps Behind, Def Leppard, "Poison My Eyes," Anthrax, "Dream On," Aerosmith. I don't remember hearing. I got to listen again. "Cock the Hammer," Cypress Hill, "Swim" by Fishbone, "Last Action Hero" by Tesla, and "Jack the Ripper" by Michael Kamen.
Michael
So.
Kamen. Well, I remember because that was Sound of Points that blah 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 blah.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually bought the soundtrack just for Alice in Chains.
That's worth it alone. To be fair, that is worth it because a lot of those songs that are coming out from them at the time were
fucking
that
bangers, man.
good. Yeah. If I remember, Juggalo Deathcock, if you're still in the chat, if I remember correctly, I think that was one of the first songs Anthrax did with their singer at the time. That was their new singer at the time.
That was the new singer? Okay.
That was their third singer, John Bush, because at that time they had put out their first album with him, John Bush. It was called Son of White Noise in May of 93. And John Bush was in a band before that called Armored Saint. And now since then, Bush went back to Armored Saint and Belladonna rejoined Anthrax. But at the time, Bush was in Anthrax from the early 90s up until like the mid 2000s. But funny enough, I thought the Bush album, well, the first Bush album was probably the only good Anthrax with Bush on it, but he's way better in Armored Saint anyways. But I love the stuff that he did for Son of White Noise. I think this song from this soundtrack was an outtake from Son of White Noise. I mean, once again, Juggalo, if you're still in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. Richard, do you got to go?
I think
No, he
says
said.
Yeah, or did I read that wrong? Oh, no,
he said back.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
I'll be back.
I read that wrong. Yeah.
He's just going to find his plins.
I'm retarded.
He's playing with his plins.
Playing with the plinth. You're obviously much more.
So what you're saying is there was Bush on screen and Gina.
Yeah. Well, oh, hey, I forgot there were women in this movie because the majority of this movie, it's almost all men. Like 90% of the movie, it's almost it's all.
Well, like
that used to be a trope
you
too.
have Tina Turner at the very beginning of the movie as the mayor.
You did. That's
Oh
true.
yeah. I forgot Tina Turner. Even rewatch.
Yep.
I forgot Tina Turner.
And it was a girl from Entertainment Tonight, Lisa. What was her name? Oh, she was interviewing everyone, all the stars too. So they had, you know, what was I can't remember her name too, but yeah, it was a ton of cameos in this. God.
Did Tina Turner say we don't need another hero? Or am I just imagining that?
A lot of
Slater, we don't need another hero.
Well, that's simply a Tuesday for us, Tickle Trunk, a lot of mangina going on. I mean, that's why you got all this giant on the screen. And I remember stating this, like, oh, are they trying to imply that these two fucked? I'm like, definitely, I was getting a weird connotation, but now I look back.
It's because remember, he makes the comment, I never just talked to a woman before.
Oh,
yeah. Kept it innocent.
Yeah.
They kept it very innocent.
All right.
Even though he likes women in uniforms, right? Especially maid uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that looks more like his.
What is made?
All right. I'm going to acknowledge the score from Juggalo Deathcock because he's got to pull out. Got an early shift, so I'm going to drop my scores. Toxicity only about 7, but the greatness is boundless. I need to look into the John Bush Anthrax song. See, I thought this was. I'm going to look into it myself because I'm pretty sure it was, considering that Sound of White Noise was released, I think, a month or two before this hits theaters. But that's just another thing for you and I to talk about. So, yeah, Red Shirt could say he met Juggalo Deathcock in person when we were all at Chicago Fan Expo. It was cool to have a small YouTube crew at the Fan Expo for presents. Oh, the newspaper. That's where he sees himself and everything just escalates because now he's in our world. And he starts to get a reality check. No pun intended, but he gets a reality check after all the things he could do in the movie that would make him, let's just say, figuratively 10 feet tall. Now he's just a more ordinary muscle-bound guy in this world. And you see everything he does has a much more greater consequence. He has no more of the capabilities, none of the exaggerations.
Yeah.
And now he understands Danny's perspective a lot more on the whole, this is real life. And yeah, it makes him realize, oh, wow, Danny, hey, guess what? There is more to life than just these movies. Like, you have your life too. Your life is cool because it is real. You still get to be a kid. I'm still make believe. But you also understand the contrast because the movies are there to have a place for him to find solace, because outside of movies, his life really doesn't amount to much. So they do balance each other out in that regard. Like, movies are good because they give us that moment of escapism, but real life is good because it's real. It's still the life that you get to live. You're not confined to fiction and being entertainment. Thank you, 11 Alpha. They produced Poison My Eyes for this film. Well, okay. So it was in the same recording session then. Okay. And there comes all the cameos. Maria Shriver, Belushi, Chevy Chase, you see for a brief second, JCVD. Oh, man, it becomes cameo festival. And I love how it's all about Arnold Braunschweiger and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Arnold Braunschweiger. Oh, man, what a name. Oh, Brian, we cover that in detail. Oh, yeah, throughout the streams. I would say just catch the rest of the stream for the replay. We covered
kill
it.
less people in this movie.
Oh, yeah,
It's different, right? We kill less people in this movie.
It's only 40 compared to the last movie, which is like 135.
Oh, look, Maria was onto him flirting with other girls then. She was onto him then with that look. Did you see that look?
I don't think we're married for very long at that point, because it was like
probably not
late 80s, early 90s when they got married.
Got married. I don't know when they actually got married.
I remember when, I think it was maybe late 80s. I gotta look that up.
Maria Shliva. That's how, if Arnold were to spell Shliva, it would spell Shliva. In Arnold language, that's how you spell Maria Shriver. Shliva. Shliva.
Maria Saliva.
Yeah, like, right. Or California. Caleefor.
Well, because I remember they started dating like in the mid 80s or something like that.
Yeah, I remember they were together in the 80s. I just wasn't aware of when they got married. All right, I'm gonna bring Gina down for a few seconds.
86. It was 86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I put the wrong Gina down. Okay. Just so we can see all the Ginas. And here comes our guy who killed his son. And boy, how timely is that? That guy showing up. Oh, another thing we forgot to mention, because actually there's so much to unpack from this movie. Arnold Braunschweiger, aka Jack Slater, is mentioning how, well, if this is a movie, we should be able to gather clues that set up the movie that pays off later. And that's where Daniel Tremaine, this is once again, real life doesn't have things that set up for clues that pay off later on. And now's a nice nod to, once again, how movies work and the formula of how movies are made. And once again, that line, I could see that flowing in over people's heads, especially if you're just a normie. Lines like that aren't even registering in your head, because we're not thinking of setup payoffs. We're just thinking movie happens, good, bad, that's it. We're not thinking about the formulas, the tropes, what makes it work. And there's good old JCVD, but I like how they actually talk about leaving the clues for, I'll bet this will pay off later. No, now that wasn't as much of a thought. No, could guys like Comics and Tom thought of it then? I mean, they could speak for themselves on that, but I'm sure it was less obvious then because we were in a different time.
Well, I think like I mentioned, for me, I just remember being kind of disappointed by the film because I wasn't really wanting like this kind of like parody film at that time period, right? Now it's obviously different because, like I said, it's removed from that time period. It's removed from '93. You know, the movie coming just off the heels of T2 and, you know, being sandwiched honestly between T2 and True Lies. You know, it's that, and obviously, you know, I watched Twins in the theater. I don't remember liking it as much because to me, you know, Arnold was action hero, right? Those are the movies that I really enjoyed, and obviously start branching out, which, you know, in retrospect, right, I fully respect because it gives an actor range, and he's not just being, you know, typecast as the action star, because eventually that's going to, you know, go away. So you have to have range, and it showed that. I mean, especially later on in his career, where he really started to learn how to act. Because back then, it's like he acted just enough to be the action hero. And so I honestly think probably, you know, Twins is when the acting level started ratcheting up and whatnot.
I love.
He could barely speak English in the beginning, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, when when he was doing Hercules in New York, I mean, he didn't speak any fucking English.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the videos of, obviously they overdubbed him in that, but you see the videos of him actually talking in his own voice in it. It's dreadful.
Yeah.
Go back.
I mean,
and
it's like if you watch Pumping Iron, which was like what, like late 70s.
Yeah.
He was obviously fluent, but he had that thick Austrian accent.
Yeah.
Then.
Oh God, yeah. Go back and
I
get
have that on
And
DVD.
it's
I watch it all the
crazy
time.
how Joseph, the kid that he had with the maid, looks so much like him.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
freaky. It's funny how
Like,
all
he
the
didn't look
kids
like
he
his
had
mother.
with Maria don't look anywhere like him, but
Yeah.
he bangs the freaking maid, and boom, spitting image of Arnold pops out. I'm
Yeah.
like, the fact that they were able to hold off like that for that long without realizing, oh, hey, there's another young Arnold walking around. He looks just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, yeah, speaking of that, oh boy, man, Arnold.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
done
crazy
fucked
too
up.
that he basically fucking became a bodybuilder like his dad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
26. Oh man, hot dog. I try to change, Jack. No, you didn't. That's what they all say. You can change. No, not this guy. Not this guy, but I love how I brought it here because it was like, okay, I can now fix this whole part. Now, when he threw the kid off the roof, I knew at the time, okay, this kid's alive because we didn't see body. However, I didn't expect him to be holding on to that ledge for as long as he did.
Yeah.
That was actually suspenseful. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
That
it
kid's
was
alive.
actually
I
it was
thought-
actually a really good scene.
Yeah, I actually thought, oh, maybe there's like a platform there that he just like maybe like hurt his feet on, got a little bit of a hard landing. No, it's a lot more crazier. That kid's hanging on and it's raining outside. I was like, damn, that scene actually shockingly left me more in suspense than this did, because at least we knew he could turn around with this moment, not repeat history twice. But it was that scene that was more suspenseful for me. It was him trying to save Danny, because I was like,
Yeah.
damn, dude, that's crazy. Take my hand. Take
Yeah.
my hand. Only Arnold could say something about a life-threatening situation, and we'll laugh at just the way it's being said.
Yeah.
Take my hand.
Stop making fun of my dad.
No!
I gotta get a clip of my dad talking and bring it on the show. I've got some videos of him. If you heard him, you would laugh. But the crazy thing is, I can't hear his accent because I grew up with him. Unless it was on like video or something, we got out the camcorder or whatever. Then I could hear his accent, but I couldn't hear his accent in person. It's crazy. I mean, it's not unless he'd always say like develop or like really screw up a word, then I could hear it. But yeah.
I think it's funny that the Ripper's wearing chainmail for like no reason.
Yeah. From Commando. From Commando, maybe?
Yeah. The chainmail?
It's possible.
Yeah, the villain in Commando was wearing chainmail, remember?
Oh yeah, that's
right.
right.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could
making
think
fun of
of.
that when we were watching it. Yeah.
The obviously not gay villain in Commando.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't know that for sure. You never saw him with a woman.
Oh.
Seemed to hang out with a lot of guys.
Oh man.
And he is Australian.
Yeah.
That's pretty gay.
That is really gay. I feel like a lot of my clips changed.
Oh, because I'm on a different brand. Because I'm uploading the clips to the Last Action Hero brand.
Oh, I was like,
So I copied over a couple of your favorite. We can copy over some greatest hits because we're out of room on our main. We've been doing this for 5+
right.
years. So this was the Last Action Hero brand. Yep.
But the Thanos clip of him decking Captain Marvel and then get back.
We'll have to copy that one over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Here we'll switch. We'll switch. Yep. Watch.
Tom, are you here? Do you know if they're actually doing King Conan? Because that is actually slated for his upcoming movies.
I think it is actually happening.
Tom, go ahead.
It says
Yes,
pre-production.
Tom's
I see, Mark, what
muted.
you're doing. Okay, I get
Yeah.
it now.
Tom is muted.
No,
But apparently they're doing Kung Fury 2, where he plays the president. So
Well, now or never if they're going to get that Conan movie off the ground. Because if they don't get it off the ground now,
My understanding is it's up to Disney.
it's up to Disney.
Oh no,
That's a shame.
So
Yeah, if it's Disney, the movie's fucked.
you might as well hope for it to not happen. At
Yeah,
that
I guess
point.
that's who's got the rights through Fox, I guess, or whatever.
We're gonna make a Conan movie and make it about a woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
at least the animated show on Amazon with Gendy Tartakovsky that has more than hope to it because Gendy Tartakovsky. But that's
for sure happening.
Yeah, that's for sure. Greenlit is officially happening. Gendy's working.
My
on
understanding is that Arnold kind of jumped the gun on that announcement, but I think he's also trying to will it into existence.
Yeah.
Oh, he clearly is trying to will into existence. He wants work, and that's a franchise that, well, it has some recognizability to his name. He can try to bring back one last time.
He's got nothing else besides
No.
Predator.
They
And
brought,
Predator isn't a franchise because of him more so. It's just,
yeah,
he's in one
they
movie.
tried putting that after credit scene, and I think it was Predator, Killer of Killers, where they had Dutch frozen, and they showed him at the end, and that didn't become anything. It didn't help that freaking Badlands, by the way, well-deservingly bombed. Well-deservingly.
Yes.
If that was how they're going to treat the franchise, then yeah, they don't need any more than. Just put it on damn ice. Fuck off, guys, with that shit. Oh,
Now,
man.
if I had to make a guess, there was some deal there. Arnold's trying to wheel and deal something with Predator and Conan with Disney, probably. Be my guess.
Well,
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, seriously.
Disney and Conan, come on. We all know.
Well, I mean, we've already seen what they've done to
everything
fucking
else.
Predator.
Well, Frederick
I mean,
won't
they
let him
feminized
do
it.
Frederick won't let him do that.
True.
It's either going to be an all or nothing deal.
Yeah, that's true. Frederick is good about the whole gist of, and I'm glad you mentioned Tom because I watch a lot of the Conan YouTube channel videos, and they say the reason why there's a lot of things that haven't gotten off the ground with Conan before this Gendy Tartakovsky property is because there will be a lot of studios who have an idea and they're like, yeah, no, we don't want to do that with Conan. And that's why he said we could have easily had a few things out by now if we really were that desperate.
Right.
But he said because we're trying to give people a faithful Conan story, we're skipping on it because we want to make sure it's going to be someone who wants to do it and who wants to do it right. And that's why they have come to an agreement with easily Gendy Tartakovsky because he was already a fan. And he also on storytelling as well. And this time it's different people working on this now than it was back in 21 or 22 when they originally had that one bitch who wanted to work on Conan.
Well, yeah, but it was the Amazon,
He's
right?
He's long gone.
Yeah, it was. They were wanting to do it at Amazon, but they were like, well, that's too much toxic masculinity, and it's
the
like
lady who wanted to work on it the first time. Obviously,
okay,
she's
all right,
not
full stop. Okay, right there. That's your first problem. You do not have a woman show running a fucking Conan movie.
Indeed.
Or any movie that has an ounce of masculinity in it. You don't have a woman be the showrunner or be in charge of it.
Yep.
Sorry.
Unless it's Gina Carano.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Gina Carano.
And the other one is could Disney running this? What's the only anybody name any Disney movie that came out under their auspices that was R besides the Deadpool trilogy or Deadpool movies? Because
this
Conan
would
didn't work
technically be under the
PG-13.
20th century.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had Tom. What was their imprint for a while where they
they
did all
used
the
to have
rated R shit?
Touchstone. They used to have
Touchstone, thank you.
Hollywood. They used to have Dimension. They used to have Miramax.
That's right, Dimension and Miramax.
But this
Okay.
this is all being done under the Fox deal. And my understanding is that there might be something going on because there's been a lot going on with Predator. I had somebody who knew somebody directly in there. And they've been wanting to get Arnold involved. And that's what I'm thinking is he's trying to lobby this Conan deal. And I'm thinking he's like, I'll do the Predator thing if you let me do Conan is what I think is going on.
Yeah. The other thing too, man, is like Punisher Warzone was a different time period.
And yeah, and
back,
also,
back when a female director could direct a movie like that, right? Now, no, they're just gonna fuck it up. I'm sorry.
no, this lady
Yeah.
was a rare exception to the rule. It's not that she was incapable; she was a rare. And I've watched several makings of, and she had talked about how she had went back through the Garth Ennis stuff because she was very mindful of the source material, which is great because, yeah, someone like her would have definitely not passed today. That's for sure. And thank you, 11 Alpha. It was Jennifer Salke. Boy, do I not miss
That's
that
right,
name.
Jennifer Salke.
Oh man, I'm glad that bitch is
That was we got safe. We dodged a bullet there. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no
because
kidding.
what they would have done to subvert expectations is that they probably would have made Conan gay.
Oh God, you know it. He probably would have been pegging, he would have been
completely being
pegging
outdone
Cole.
by a woman, and it's like
He'd be pegging Cole.
yeah, guys.
Cole the Conqueror. He'd be pegging Cole.
Well, they would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have done to Conan what Phoebe Waller-Bridge did to Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
What
Emasculated.
Exactly.
We get some eggs in what's with the eggs? I don't get it. Am I missing
I
something?
don't know,
with
but
the
I'll do it.
eggs?
There we go.
I don't get the egg thing. Is there some new thing going on that I'm not aware of with the eggs? 70s?
Nope, but I've just done it anyway because I like to
Okay.
please the chat.
Okay.
I simp for the
Aliens,
chat.
perhaps?
I guess give them satisfaction.
Gametes.
It's Mars Monkey Max basically saying, "Let's do eggs."
Okay, well then, hey,
That's where it
do
came
eggs,
from.
man. Do some eggs. Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you, Mecha J. It's been a while since I've seen the both of you in these chats. No sweat. Jimmy.
Yes, Conan the Librarian is the
I
movie we
saw
need.
Death. I'm like, is that actually Ian McKellen? Because
Yeah,
I remember
it's
he was
Ian
also in
McKellen.
the
It is
shadow.
Ian
And he was
McKellen,
also
yeah.
in the shadow with Alec Baldwin. I look at the credits like, oh shit, it is Ian McKellen.
Because I was looking at the credits too. I was like, "Ian McKellen's at this." It's
Mhm.
like Death. I was like, I don't fucking remember this. Like, oh, that part. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when he
supposed to be
touches the
playing-
cop, the hot
Yeah.
dog and the cop chokes to death. It's like, oh,
Isn't he
God.
supposed to be playing like what's his face who played Death in that one?
Yeah, Seven Sign.
Seventh Sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
No.
what's-
The magic ticket. That was another thing. Well, that's it. The magic ticket.
They're not
with
very
Electric
bright.
Fun.
You can always
Should've been
find the
Adam
other half of the
Sandler.
ticket.
Why can I not think of his name? The actor who played Death.
I know. I've
In
forgotten it
Ingmar
too.
Bergman's.
Yeah, I know
Seventh
Ingmar
Sign.
Yeah.
Bergman, but that's like I'm trying to remember the other part.
But he was in bloody.
Well, he was in Bill and
Flash.
Ted's Excellent Adventure. What was his name?
no,
They
it's not the
Melvin
same
to
one.
me.
That's what I said. They should have got William. They should have got him to play it. That'd have been funny.
Yeah.
Why am I
Unfortunately-
here?
But not very.
Why can I not think of that guy's name?
Don't
Max von
think-
Was it Max
Sydow.
von
Max von Sydow.
I
Max
can't
von
believe they
Sydow.
didn't get
Yeah.
Max to
I
play
can't
it.
believe I
This-
couldn't
mean,
think of it.
I mean, Max must have been busy because shit. I mean, he looked. Max von Sydow looked the same age for like 50 years,
Yep.
and then he all of a sudden got older than he was before. Like that's all it was. It was like they barely
Well-
had to put makeup on him to play Father Marin, right?
I
Like,
know.
People looked a lot
Oh,
older
it's-
years ago.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
like he was born 50. Just- most guys were born 50 back in the day. Like,
Right?
Oh God, yeah. I've seen photos of older dudes.
you like look at
and-
him, it's
in
like
their
that guy's
young
got to be like
years.
56. No, he's 36. What? No, he's yeah.
There must have been something in the water then, because a lot of dudes just looked a lot older when they were younger.
Well, it's
and
called
then they-
smoking endlessly. First, of
Well,
all.
I mean, there's a lot of things that healthcare is vastly different. I mean, people
Yeah.
worked a lot harder.
worked out
I
in
mean,
the
if you're out in the
sun a
sun a
lot more.
lot. Yeah, I mean, you
look at a
prematurely
photo,
aged there.
Look at a photo of Hulk Hogan in his mid 30s with Mean Gene Okerlund, and they're both in the 30s. And then look at the average 30-year-old. It's like, holy crud! It makes the current day 30-year-old, I guess you could say me, and then Hogan looks like he's 50 compared to me in his 30s.
Well, yeah, like a lot of people
Yeah.
in their 30s. I mean, they look like an adult, and now, like most people in their 30s, they look like they're in their 20s. You know,
If not,
that's
yeah.
yeah. It's really weird when you see a 20-year-old. I'm like, what are you, 14? No, I'm 20. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it
Everybody's-
could be the side effect that, I simply just don't have kids, but everybody fucking looks young to me.
No, it's everybody's Doogie Howser now.
Yeah.
Well, I remember everyone's like, "Oh, you have 2 girls. You're gonna like lose all your hair by the time they're 5, 7 each." I'm like, "Well, my oldest is 13, and shockingly,
You have a teenager.
yeah,
You
still
poor
got,
son of a bitch.
God.
still got all the hair on my head. Still got all the hair on my head.
Oh wait,
Well,
you
you're gonna
said
start losing when she
13?
starts dating.
Well,
Yeah.
So
maybe
it
we'll see.
begins.
We'll see. We'll see how things go. I'm prepared for the rest. I've already kind of buttered, like, I've already kind of put in mind, hey, just so you know, I think I said, like, as far back as 2 years ago, we might be feuding any day now. So prepare for
I was
the
gonna say,
feud.
just wait till the day where it's like, "Fuck you, Dad! You ruined my life!" Slam.
Yeah, I know. I'm more nervous about comments like that,
What
too.
the fuck
I
do?
think I even
Good
said a
morning.
few weeks ago, you're supposed to tell me off any day now. So I'm just letting you know, like, it's going to sting, but I get it. I'm already like,
I don't know, man. I'm assuming you're probably kind of a cool dad. So
I was gonna say you seem pretty close with your kids, so you might not have that problem.
They still go crazy though. Trust me, I had 3 of them, especially
yeah, they
the
do.
daughter. The daughter
They
goes.
do.
God, things are good now. God bless. But yeah, there's some. We all did it too. But yeah, just it'll happen. You can't avoid it.
I
Yeah.
think it will happen. But what my prediction is, I think I'll have moments of it, but I don't think it'll ever be the peak of what it could be because, well, not to get too revealing on personal life, but because now that they're older, they're aware of the damage that their mom has done on my life and their life. So I think now there's already like a default, like,
It depends on
I'm
how many
not gonna
crazy
put-
women you've dated and how many they've seen.
they're well, let's just say, unfortunately, they are well aware of how crazy women can be. Now my oldest thinks women are crazy. The one who is a teen, she actually says women are crazy.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong.
No, she's not.
She's
not.
Just look at what's happening with that bitch that murdered her 3 kids. I mean, holy fuck! I can't believe anyone's defending this chick.
He only has one lady. He only has one lady friend. Only one lady friend. Let that tell her everything about her, the picture of her life. She only has one lady friend that she's consistently held on to. The few others she's had are revolving doors of this one's crazy. There's no loyalty. They're all catty and bratty. Yeah, I've already heard all the complaints about women from her. I've already heard them. It's pretty wild. So funny how shit happens. But no, I love how Arnold goes back to his movie world and he gets to now go make Jack Slater 5, assumingly. Yep. And it was just the movie ended. That's it. Obviously, he's healed up again, and he gets to hear from his boss one more time.
Yeah,
this is how he tells them off.
I wouldn't even call this a flesh wound.
They kicked the hell out of you.
But the bad guy still has a golden ticket, right? Doesn't he get away with the golden ticket?
No, it blew away.
No,
that's how death came out of the movie. Is it basically?
It dropped on the.
You got to point out though that AC/DC wrote their first new song in 30 years for this movie. I mean, come on, they changed chords for once.
Wow.
Yeah, no, but they just used the same chords but backwards.
Yeah. It's and they got a little bit of a lead in there. It's like that's the same as all their other shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is.
It is. It's the same songs.
You got to stick with a winning formula.
You can't knock them for it. It
no,
works.
I don't. I don't. I think their formula works.
It's consistent as fuck.
Well, what is Angus, like 70 and he's still fucking dancing around in the schoolboy's uniform?
70
and we talk about the Beatles and Michael Jackson and stuff like that. It's hard to believe, but Back in Black is like in the top 4 or 5 biggest selling albums of all time. Yeah,
40 million copies.
People forget. Yeah, sometimes.
I remember back in the early 80s, they were fucking huge, and it's like, of course, you had the Satanic Panic, and there's like that one album cover with Angus with the devil horns, and everyone was like freaking out about that.
Into it. Like,
Highway to Hell.
Yeah, they fucking leaned into it.
Highway to Hell.
They had a formula.
Highway to Hell. That's a fucking great song too. Highway to Hell.
Absolutely no messages in that title at all.
There was
none whatsoever.
AC/DC they were, you knew what you were gonna get. They stayed in their lane, they stuck with the formula, and people that were their fans liked it, and they respond to it.
Yeah, that's
I
my
even
favorite
like,
album of theirs, Highway to Hell.
They
even
taught
like-
me that there's nothing else like American Thighs.
Yeah.
I even like more their
They
most
knock
recent-
you out.
their most
They knock
recent
you out.
albums too. I even like the albums they put out a few years ago as well. I don't think they've ever made a bad album as far as I'm aware.
No, because they just keep making the
They're
same
reliable.
album.
It's
Yeah,
reliable.
and I love it for that.
That's what I'm saying. There's no,
Yeah.
they don't break the consistency. It's the, you know what you're gonna get, whatever the title.
It's not like
is.
Metallica, where Metallica has gone through like
Yeah.
50 different phases at this point.
Load, reload, Black Album, saying
I always I called it blowed and reblowed.
That's good.
I love like
that.
old Metallica. Well, I mean, once you get past
Kill 'em all,
Justice for All, it's all fucking downhill.
Yeah, agreed.
AC/DC could sing a song about anything, and they'd all just sound like Shoot to Thrill. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But Back in Black, I mean, after the lead singer died, and then what a comeback that would. I mean, I wonder if people remember that now too.
Oh, I remember it well.
Bon Scott
Not
passed
really.
away. No,
So
but
I
I
was
mean,
a
young
huge fan of them before then because I'm old enough.
There was a time period though where there wasn't as many people that remembered Bon
Robert
Scott.
Patrick name right there, John Claude Van Damme. Oh, Sharon Stone. I forgot Sharon Stone.
Yeah, she was in it.
Oh, they go back to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Noah
the cast list is
Emmerich
on here. Yeah.
Noah Emmerich.
I see some scores coming up in the chat. I didn't even have to ask. They're already doing it, which I love to see. So, by the way, panel, let's get our toxic scores. 70s. You get to get floopy and start.
Oh, jeez. I hadn't even been thinking about this as we've been watching it. Toxicity for this movie. I don't. Oh God, it's a shame you came to me first.
It's tough to pin it on it.
I have not
It's a
even
tough one.
thought of that.
You want
But
me to
yes,
come
it's
back
true.
to
There's
you?
not a lot of women in it, so that's one thing.
Right?
That
There's
makes
a
it
hooker.
toxic.
Look, there's somebody called Hooker in it.
Yeah,
Somebody
Donna
called Hooker.
Berghoff. Right there.
Hooker is,
Yeah, there is.
that's literally the hooker on the street I was talking
Yeah.
about.
So, yeah, there's,
So they don't even give her a fucking name. Nowadays they give her a name. They call her like Cindy the Hooker.
it
Yeah.
celebrates all.
Okay, the one thing I was kind of thinking about while I was gone is that because like if you guys remember back in like the 80s you had the Angel series of movies, right, where she's like the high school teenager by day, streetwalker by night,
Right.
where it's kind of the avenging angel kind of thing where somebody gets killed, and I think they made like 4 or 5 movies, but it kind of reminded me of that. So I'm not sure if that was like a subtle callback to that movie or not.
I don't know.
I mean, who knows?
Anyway,
I'm
you were
still
saying,
thinking about it.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it's. I really don't know if it's all that toxic. Other than the fact that the tropes that it makes fun of are all from some of the most toxic movies ever made. So our favorite action movies of the 80s are all very toxic, and this takes the best tropes out of those. So I guess it's celebrating toxicity.
It is clearly a celebration.
It's celebrating it. So I think it's actually there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of machismo. I'm going to go for an 8 now that I think about it, because it celebrates the toxicity we love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a song called Cock the Hammer in it. So, yeah. I mean, come on. It makes Hamlet into an action movie. How much more toxic can you get? It's to be or not to be. Not to be.
To be or not to be.
Not to
To be. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10.
Oh, he's going straight 8.
I'm going
this is the
straight 8,
straightest
yeah.
70s will ever be.
Because it's made
as far as
it's
straight.
maximizing everything we love about macho action movies.
Agreed.
It's celebrating it, which would really
Tom.
annoy some people.
I mean, Brian kind of hit the nail on the head. This is definitely a celebration of the toxicity and the nature of 80s and early 90s action films and men-driven Death Wish, Dirty Harry, Die Hard type movies.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you got the whole father-son thing going on with the kid, and there's just so many great things about it. I mean, I know it's nitpicking it a bit, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just a fun film, and by today's standards, it definitely would be considered toxic, especially considering there's hardly any women in it, and they're there to mostly just
The ones that are all dressed like sci-fi
Exactly.
vixens.
Yeah.
All the women dressed way too fashionable at Blockbuster Video. Wouldn't happen at all.
It kind of does break a trope in a way, because normally you would have some kind of female person in the movie just to prove that Jack wasn't gay, right? Like that was another trope of that age.
It's true.
Well,
they never proved it.
Yeah.
They never.
But he, you know, he did say that he's not used to just talking to women or whatever. But like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was trying to pick up the chick at the Blockbuster, so
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
there's
true.
That.
Yeah, and that was a good one. He's like, I dreamed of you in my movie. You were the star of it. I was like, wow, he's actually coming with a good pickup line for it.
Pretty damn good. Yeah.
I might have clipped that scene.
Oh,
dreamed of you in my movie. You're a star. Is the porno I need.
Yeah, Mark, you could change it to
Let's
your
make a baby.
thingy for your clips. If that helps, then by all means.
Well, here I just have all the clips loaded up, so we can roll with the
sweet.
clips whenever. Yeah.
We
But I'll
will.
stop sharing the screen here. Yep, let me stop that. There we
Okay,
go.
you can let it roll.
Tom,
It's
give-
fine. As far as scores, red shirt.
Okay. A few things stuck out at me. You know, the snooty crowd that loves to look down at action movies in general, and toxic movies that we like in particular. I mean, they took Hamlet and what was it, The Seventh Seal, and absolutely made them part of a parody of action films and made it work. And it's like heads must have been exploding at Berkeley University in California when this movie came out. It's like the population of Berkeley did drop by 20%. Mom, was it Danny? His mom is the feminist ideal that we see in a movie today, and she's barely in the movie. She doesn't factor into the movie at all. Here we have the character that's non-toxic. Now, moving right along.
Yeah, because
Probably
she's the
filmed
mother
their
of the
scenes in one
perfect.
day.
She's the perfect latchkey kid mom, right, of that era.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then you have Benedict. Okay, Benedict is not, a misunderstood person who just is not being appreciated for what is special about him. No,
Yeah.
Benedict is pure evil. He shoots a guy dead in cold blood just to find out whether it's true that the cops won't show up.
Yep.
I mean, that doesn't get much more cold-blooded. Yes, exactly.
Blam!
And I'm thinking as much as I absolutely love, oh my God, what's his name? Played the man with the golden gun, Scaramanga.
It's Christopher Lee.
Christopher
Lee, thank you, because I went blank. I mean, I was like, if there were anybody that could have played the man with the golden gun as cold or colder than Christopher Lee did, it would have been Dance. It would have been him, Charles Dance. And so he was actually when I was trying to figure out what to hang my understanding of the movie on. He was the center of all of the stuff that in the story, the development made it work. And I was like, okay, now we've got a bad guy in real life. And we have to get him back into the movies where we can defeat him at will. And I thought, okay, now I think I'm getting what they're doing with this. But toxic? Oh yeah, he is an evil villain that you couldn't do. That, not even James Bond in the last 10, 15 years has tried to do a Bond villain as purely evil as his character Benedict.
Yeah,
and and it objectifies women. I mean, basically. That's why there are only beautiful women around. Okay. It's because it's a movie. No, it's because it's Southern California.
Yeah.
California.
California. Yes. I'm the governor of this place one day. And so, I mean, it takes every single thing. This is an equal offender. This goes right back to like, even more than in some ways, I love this, like I love Blazing Saddles for this type of aspect of it, is that it will tease the modern audience with a character they are going to identify with, and then put them in a drawer and shut the drawer and go on with the movie. And it's just it is self-aware about movies. It's self-aware about Hollywood, and it is way ahead of its time for being self-aware of the impact that action movies being over the top had on the audiences and stuff, and the role of men and women in an action film. If it were made today, it would not be greenlit. And it would
No.
it's probably one of the few movies that would be as hard to make and as hard to get shown today as Blazing Saddles. So I'm going to say that if that's the case, and I think that it is, I'm going to go with an 8.5.
Oh, he's going high. This is like Creed.
Yeah.
We're all just being taken higher with this. Okay. Well, before I pass the baton to the other gentleman here, Soul Assassin 9, Brian Barth 9, Jonathan 93 Mega, Toxicity 9 out of 10, T800s. I see what you did there. Jonathan Conroy, Toxicity 10 to beating Supergirl, Becca J 8, E. Chloe Thomason 6.9. Toback on Rumble. I remember this movie more fondly than I remember The Governator. I was one of the early adopters who saw it in theaters with the family, and multiple times thereafter. It gets a 7.5 of the Toxicity. Thank you, gentlemen. I think I blazed through all the scores in a few seconds. Mark, sir, you do your score and your programming, your clipping, your tipping was
I'm clipping and I'm doing
tonight.
I'm doing two things at once. It's usually tough for me to do that, but
You got
sometimes I figured it out
with this stuff.
Yeah, I got a good reach around. I don't think this. I hate to disagree with some of you guys, but I just don't think it's that toxic. It's making fun of toxic movies, but it's got a nice heart to it, and it's really light-hearted. I mean, other than throwing the grenade at the kid, his son, and then the kid dying. And the villains are toxic, but they're all like stereotypes of all these toxic villains. So I'm going to come in around a 6. I mean, I love this movie. I think they could have made this today, maybe like, kind of like as an Expendables, if you got the gang back together and made this, like we kept saying years later as like a, nostalgic movie. I mean, maybe some of the things that like Red Shirt was saying it'd be tough to do and put in, but I just don't think it just didn't strike me as that toxic. But I got to watch this with my kids the next time they're back home. My kids are in their 20s now, but I don't think they've ever seen this, and I think they would have a lot of fun watching this movie. This is one of those movies that really aged better, I think, than when it first came out. But
it did, hands down.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a 6, but I'm putting this on my, like, we always get stuck, like, let's watch a new, we used to go to the video store for like an hour to try to pick out a movie, right? Back in the day. And then like with the kids, you're arguing for like, with the family arguing for like a half hour what movie to watch. But I'm putting on the family list. And sometimes what I do, I'm like, I'm in charge. I'm just pressing play and see if you like the movie or not. So this is a fun one. Yeah, I gotta get back to and watch again. It's it really is the comedy in this is just so damn good. So, but it's a 6 for me. But almost like I give it a 9 overall rating. Yep.
Okay. Comics. I also gonna call you Tox.
And not an annoying green piece of snot. Love you, Tox. I kind of have to agree with Mark a bit, but I'm going to give it a 7 on the toxic meter. A little bit more. It's obviously it's filled with beautiful women, which you won't see as much in modern movies as you would that back then. But I think really, it's taking the piss out of a lot of the stuff that we know and love, right? So, but overall, I mean, movie wise, after the rewatch, I give this movie like an 8.5. It's like I said, it's like that. The last time, literally, the last time I saw this movie was in the theater in '93. So it was never a movie I ever felt the need to go back to. But when you mentioned it, Nick, last week, I was like, yeah, I can rewatch it. I mean, like I said, I don't remember walking out of the movie going, God, I fucking hate this movie. Like, there's a lot of movies where I have that feeling these days. Sadly, it was just like, it wasn't the best movie. Whatever. It's like, I mean, I knew what they're trying to do. I mean, you could tell from the trailer, but like I said back then, I just think that, it's the time and place, so to speak. And as Tom pointed out, it was certainly a movie before its time, and I think that's the reason why it did so poorly in the theater. Where hopefully it's getting second life on DVD, and people were enjoying this movie again. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for dragging me into this, Nick. I didn't realize I actually had it on my my Jellyfin server.
No,
it's like, oh, I do have this movie. So I watched it, when I got home, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to watch this movie. And I was like, oh, I do have it. I don't have to go hunting for it, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you.
No, my pleasure. For me, I'm gonna be before I do Cypher Cast, 8 for Toxicity, 9 for the Burger King Cup. I'm gonna be the meat between all your guys' buns. If you guys are going 6 and 7, we got 8 and 8.5. I'm gonna be the 7.5. So I'm the meat if you guys are the buns of the scores. So I'm gonna go 7.5 because this is a celebration movie about badassery and masculinity. And yes, there was hardly any women in the movie. And no, this movie would not be allowed to get past the cutting room floor at all.
This movie doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
That counts for something by itself a lot. The only thing that doesn't give it an 8 and 8.5 is, well, the amount of stuff that's crazy or more toxic that has come up before and even some after it. That's the only reason why it doesn't get to an 8. But a 7.5 because A for effort on being still at the end of the day a man's movie. So guys, before we watch some clips of this movie, before we transition to Rumble exclusively for the last 10-15 minutes of the show, does anyone want to plug anything before we transition?
I actually do need to bounce.
Okay, you can bounce. Comics. Anything you want to plug before we transition? You pull out.
He doesn't want to transition with us.
He doesn't want.
He's already transitioned. He's transitioned already.
Like Sunday and Monday nights are like the worst sleep for me.
Sure.
Obvious reasons because of streaming, and it's like normally like Tuesday and Wednesday I try and go to bed like around 10 o'clock, mainly because I'm usually pretty much dead. So I try and get caught up. So
well, hey, thanks for being here.
We won't hold it against you.
It's been a while.
I appreciate it.
It's good to have you again. So.
There's nothing like waking up at 7 o'clock every morning and you're like, anyway, be that as it may. Thank you so much for having me. Obviously, I'll plug the Thursday show. I have some stuff I'm in the pipeline that I'm working on. Not going to really get into it because every time I basically tell people I'm going to do it, I don't end up doing it. So I'm not going to jinx myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am 52, so I am kind of old.
52, you lucky bastard.
Yep.
Damn, that's young.
Yeah. That boy, that little boy got kissed by the adult woman, too, in this movie.
Yep.
That is, would not happen. But comics, thank you again. I'll let you go. Have a good night. I'll see you Thursday. All right.
See you.
Take care.
Take care.
Talks Division, if you somehow haven't, what the hell? If you somehow haven't, you probably have, but in case you somehow did, you can make your decision.
Check and see if you've been unsubbed. That's like a big thing too. That's been going on is people getting unsubbed. It's kind of weird,
dude,
but
6
that's
months
YouTube
ago,
for you.
My subs count were being messed with. It finally stopped, but it was getting fucked with a lot 6 months ago. So. Yeah, get on
yeah, I've noticed even with like just live streams, my numbers started creeping back up again. So they did something with the algorithm. So maybe it's a good time to start making content again. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, folks, good night. I'll see you.
Bye. See you, mate.
Bye.
All right, gentlemen.
The bit that Ian didn't say out loud there that he cut off at the end was the worst thing about waking up in the morning. So is with if you're with a strange naked man. You missed that bit out.
Oh, we didn't play comics clip here. Yeah.
That's my opinion!
Oh, yeah. So, okay.
That's never happened to me, Brian, thankfully.
Anyone else got to plug anything?
No, you knew the man. He wasn't strange.
I know him, yeah. Oh, Sunday Night Geekery, 10:30 Eastern, Sunday night, obviously, right? Be there, be square. Yep. I'll put my link in the chat. Why not? And I'll put everyone's link in as I go through. Yeah. Let's plug away. Let's put in those. We always want to put in those plugs. So I'm going to plug everyone's link right now. Yeah. Let me get
You're a
Brian.
link plugger.
I got the list here, so it's not that difficult. Yep.
Okay. Well, chat. Hey, guys, we're going to transition to Rumble. And I see a few of you have already done that. Thank you, by the way. This is the Rumble link I'm going to highlight in the chat to please come transition with us so we can watch a few clips from this movie exclusively at the green button. By the way, chat, thank you for being here. You've been a very engaging chat, very engaging. Thank you, Parrot Head, for the super chat earlier. And for those of you who don't transition with us, which I forgive you, we can't all be perfect, though you should. Next week, we are talking Gone in 60 Seconds, the Nicolas Cage version next week. So that will be your way of correcting yourself by coming next week. So, yes, this is the link. We're going to pull out of here in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are going to transition. Thank you for supporting us over on YouTube. YouTube, you can now piss off. We're going to go hang out on Rumble where we can actually show off our clips and our tips. And that's where we will come. Good night. Thank you.